From the StreamYard Studios on YouTube, this is Jeopnerdy. And here's your host, John DeMarco.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Jeopardy. We're glad to see you all here. And joining us, as always, is our co-host, Professor Brainy Specs.
Good evening, John. How are you?
Doing fine, thanks. Glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm here, too. I almost wasn't.
Let's say hello to everyone in the chat, and then we'll bring up our contestants for the first round. Say hello to Jay, our returning champion. We'll be hearing from him again in a few minutes. Looks like Omnicast is having a sacred vision. Glad you could join us this week. I want to say hello also to Mikey. Mercer Create is here. Good to see you all. Let me see. Let me go scroll down the list. We had a lot of chat going on the day before the game. Kapla, Bread of Ray 5. Hello to Brad Wolf. Good to see you. Honorary greetings also to Resolute Germ and Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. But in any case, you're all welcome. Oh, and hello, Tokyo. Good to see you. You're joining us there in these last few minutes. Well, as you can see, the link, as usual, is posted at the top of the chat. We already have our contestants for the first round, but if you'd like to be in one of those later rounds, you can go ahead and click on that link and you can hang out backstage. But now that we've got all that said, let's bring up our first three contestants for round one. First, we'll have our returning champion, Admiral J. Let's welcome also Burn of Prey 5 and Captain Mercer.
Hey, what's up?
Hello, world.
Greetings and felicitations.
It's Captain Mercer here. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
I just had to get a Pepsi. All right, I'm back.
Good man. Pepsi.
Yes. If just like, you ever hear that song Institutionalized in the 80s? So the guy's like, all I wanted was a Pepsi, and she wouldn't give it to me. You never heard that song?
That's a good thing.
I don't know that one.
All right.
Afraid I don't know that one either.
Yeah, it's by an old metal band called. Well, I won't give the name here, but you'll find it.
I've never heard of the song, but I have heard about that lyric.
Yep, it's a good one. All right. Welcome. Thanks for welcoming me. Nirmal's in her bed. I'll try to get her on camera, but I'll wait. She's on her cat tree trying to sleep.
Well, don't disturb her.
Yeah. But she's always with me in the office, even if I can't get her on camera.
Of course, I also have my Pepsi, Captain Mercer.
Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can get it on camera. Start. Need Pepsi. Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Like I said, good man.
Mountain Dew.
Prepared.
I have an Orville right here. Orville.
The only.
So talk about nasty.
No.
Yeah. And Kapla, Birdo, Prey 5, welcome. He's got a mirror, it looks like.
I'm a little concerned.
I'm not sure what he's doing with that.
For some reason, Pepsi tastes better with a can than with bottle.
Oh, I
That's the way it
disagree
is
with you
with,
there.
that's the way it is with almost anything except Coke. Coke is good in a glass bottle. So is RC.
RC, like the Transformer?
RC Cola and a moon pie.
I was thinking you were talking about RC the Transformer.
No, that's RC.
Oh. I like the Transformer RC.
Yeah, she's a little hottie.
Yep.
Well, are the three of you ready to play?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm ready to lose.
You know, you're the champion.
He's got a point.
True. Yes.
Well, if you're all ready to play, let's play Jeopnerdy.
That's my favorite part.
Our first
that
round,
is.
we have Trip Tucker.
Uh-huh.
God damn
Ship quotes. Which ship are we talking about?
Category. You're always come up with good categories.
Our visual category is ship phasers. You're going to identify the episode of the movie.
Is it like audio and visual?
Oh, crap.
That's just a picture.
Okay.
Backstories. Voyager.
Crap.
Ghostbusters, 1984.
And units of distance.
Oh, crap.
Okay.
Well, Admiral J. I don't know how you became an admiral, but you are the returning champion.
Well,
Go
just like
first.
anything in the Ferengi government, I bought my way to the top.
Maybe
I see.
bribed your way, huh?
No, I paid for it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Excuse me.
Ship phasers for 100. Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. What is Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan?
That is correct.
You know, I really love the phasers in that movie, how they seem to like have a burning sound.
I didn't like it because it shot like a machine gun instead of a straight phaser beam.
I
You
kind
know
of
what I mean?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I liked it for that reason, but I see what
It
you're
was
saying.
kind of like the Defiant do instead of a beep.
All right.
If you say so.
He does
I
say
think
so.
so.
He does say so. Bird, it's
I
your
do
turn.
think so.
Let's do phasers for 200.
How dare you take my category?
What is the Tholian web?
I'm afraid that is incorrect.
Captain Mercer.
Damn it.
What is in the mirror darkly?
That's the one.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
I was waiting for that.
Let's go with ship phasers for 300. I'm going to pass to Admiral J. Or no, yes, Admiral J.
Admiral J.
Pass.
Bird.
Hmm.
That was from Dark Frontier.
I never. Did I see that one? Oh,
I don't know. You tell us.
I don't know.
Admiral
Where they
J.
go to space? Are they in space in that episode?
They were in space in every episode, I believe.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out then.
I may regret this. Trip Tucker for 100.
Due to some interpersonal complications, Trip briefly transferred from Enterprise to this newly built starship.
Could it go any slower?
Oh, shit. Pass.
Bird.
What is the Columbia?
That's correct.
I couldn't think of it to save my neck.
Bird. It's your turn.
Let's Try Trip Tucker for 200.
Stop taking my categories.
Trip grew up in this U.S. state.
What is Florida?
That is correct.
Nicely done. You take the lead,
But
Bird.
had a kind of half Alabama, Mississippian accent.
Oh, he's from North Florida.
Oh, well, that explains it.
All right, Captain Mercer, it's your turn.
I'll take Trip Tucker, please.
Or how much?
For 300. Sorry, for 300.
Tucker and Archer met while Trip was a lieutenant working on the engineering team of this captain who was one of the designers of the NX class.
I don't know the designers. I'm going to have to pass.
Admiral J.
Who is Captain Jeffries?
That's right.
Good job.
Done. And Admiral J, you take the lead and you have control.
Ship phasers for 400. What is conundrum?
You got it.
Good job.
That is the one.
It's a good episode.
Indeed.
And Bird, it's your turn.
Try ship quotes. Which ship for 100?
When I was here, I could tell you the speed that we were traveling by the feel of the deck plates.
Which ship?
Yes, we want you to identify the ship they're talking about.
What is the Enterprise?
Specifically?
Mhm.
There have been several.
The no bloody A, B, C, or D.
There you go.
You should give him like you should take away points for a bad joke.
I don't know
And
if it
for
was so
not
bad.
knowing it,
He knew it. I think he was just
he had to be
drawing
coached.
it out. Was just drawing it out, making it
You
a
gotta
little
give the
suspenseful.
people what they want.
All right, Captain Mercer.
I'll take Trip Tucker for 400, please.
Trip was eager to see the engine room of this cargo ship, whose engine was designed by Zephram Cochrane, who was rumored to have personally signed the inside of the reactor casing.
Mm,
I'm not going to try it. I'm going to pass.
Admiral J.
What is a horizon?
That's correct.
That's what I was going to say. Didn't you read that in my head? You know, my mind to your mind, my thought
Kind of the
to your thought.
only cargo ship that comes up.
Maybe he's Beta Zed. Admiral J, you've got a good lead going. It's your turn.
Which ship for 200?
She may have flaws, but she has teeth.
What is the Defiant?
That's right.
Woo!
Bird, it's your turn.
Do units of distance for 100.
Commander Cruz engaged the Enterprise when his bird of prey had close to 500 of these units.
What are kilocans?
You got it?
If you didn't get that, you should take away your Klingon card.
Well, he needs to take it away anyway.
That's true.
I'm shocked he got that one.
I'm going to go ship quotes for 500.
Votes for 5.
She's beautiful, a wonderful testimony to simpler times.
Why do you give me all the hard ones?
You picked a hard one.
Pass.
Admiral J.
Pass.
Bird of Prey 5.
Hmm. I'm going to pass, but I'm also going to say, was it the Excelsior?
Nope.
Oh, good.
It was the
I'm glad
HMS
I-
Victory.
Mm.
All right, Admiral J.
Was that elementary Dear Android episode?
Yes, it was.
Okay,
Oh.
cool.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking. Ship phasers. I knew I shouldn't have done it. I knew I shouldn't have done it. I knew I shouldn't have done it. I knew it was PAS.
It's only got like 1 in 20 chance.
He loved this stupid little cartoon.
Be careful,
Pass.
don't deduct
Wow.
points for that.
That's
What'd you say, Jay?
I said, take it out then.
Bird?
Oh, wow. I should have been thinking harder.
Don't do
maybe.
that. Your head will hurt.
Yeah, pass.
Captain Mercer.
Pass.
Oh, okay.
That was from One of Our Planets is Missing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten it.
Should be missing.
Maybe you should be missing. I mean, it's
Wow.
Bird's turn. Go ahead, Bird.
Let's do units of distance for 200.
Depending on the version, the V'ger cloud exceeded either 82 or 2 of these in diameter.
What are AU?
That is correct.
Very good.
Well done. Well done. Captain Mercer.
Trip Tucker for 500.
During first contact with this species, Trip learned that you should be leery when an alien female asks you to play a game by sticking your hands in some rocks.
You want me to name the species? Can I just name the episode?
You could, but it wouldn't give you any points.
I'm thinking here. I haven't
I
watched,
pass, by the way.
I haven't watched this episode in 5 years, so I'm gonna have to think. How much time do I got?
Not much.
Pass.
Jay?
I said I pass, by the way.
Bird of Prey 5.
I also elect the pass.
The Xyrillians.
I was thinking Uralians.
There's no way I could pronounce that name. I knew it started with an X.
Well, it's your turn, Jay.
I'm going to try this, but I don't think I'm going to get anywhere. Backstories, Voyager 100.
After getting kicked out of Starfleet, he joined the Maquis, only to be caught on his first assignment.
Who is Tom Paris?
That's right.
No, Nicholas Locarno.
Yeah.
Well, I bet there's a story there. Bird, it's your turn.
Let's let's try units of distance for 300.
During the mission to K7, the Enterprise would pass a Klingon outpost within one of these units, close enough to smell them, according to Chekhov.
Captain Mercer.
What is a parsec?
That's correct.
That's it.
Alrighty.
All right, Captain Mercer.
I'm going to go for units of distance for 400. I'm going to go units of distance for 400.
You've got it. It's a daily double, and you can bet up to 1,000 points.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go 1,000. No, I'm gonna go 400. Like I said,
400.
Yeah.
All right, we're 400.
The Enterprise's computer determined that the Murasaki quasar had a radiation wavelength of 370 of these units, of which one is equivalent to 0.1 nanometer.
Anyone can pass the gun to me right now.
Oh man, I don't know. Murasaki quasar sounds familiar.
I do not know math.
No. What is a nanometer?
That is incorrect, unfortunately.
I have no idea what they're looking for.
There was an angstrom.
I do not know math.
Everyone would have had a better shot at that one than me.
Well, if Normal can answer that, then we need to take that sucker to Yale or something.
And it's your turn, Admiral J.
200 for Voyager.
He was genetically engineered to carry an anti-Borg virus, which wiped out all the adult drones on a cube after he was assimilated.
I hope I don't screw up the pronunciation of this name. Who is E-Chip?
That's correct.
I always want to call him Itchy.
Bird, your turn.
Let's do Voyager backstories for 300.
At the Academy, she lived across the hall from Harry Kim, who used to request baryon sweeps of her dorm room.
Pass.
Pass.
Admiral J.
Pass.
Lindsay.
I thought it was Lindsay.
Oh, why didn't you say it?
I didn't know her last name.
All right, Captain Mercer.
I'll take which ship for 400?
She's a fine ship, well. Yes, but she's not the Enterprise.
Oh, what is the... Give me a second. I know this one. Damn, I know this one, and it's not coming to me. It's not the Tolstoy. It's I'm gonna pass because I can't think of it.
Admiral J.
What is the Melbourne?
You got it.
Also allowed would have been the Lollipop.
Yep.
Well, it was a good ship. Well, not that particular conversation.
Not the correct answer, however. All right, Admiral J.
Y'all gonna make me... Woo. Okay. 300 for which ship?
She can still outrun us and outgun us.
What is the USS Reliant from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan?
But there is
correct.
a nebula.
At 153 Mark IV.
I'm such a geek.
That's why he is the godfather of Star Trek.
Oh, I didn't know he had that title.
Yeah, I
Bird.
gave it to John.
Oh,
John, like I said, you're the great bird of the galaxy.
Well, thank you.
Bird, it is your turn.
You're good too, Michael.
Let's do
I'm just here.
Yes, I know.
Voyager backstories for 400.
You have no function here whatsoever.
Feeling intense guilt over his creation of the Metron Cascade, this scientist tried to find a way to resurrect the weapon's victims.
Oh, God.
Pass.
Pass.
Captain Mercer.
Pass.
Admiral J.
I hate this question because I can never pronounce his name right. Pass.
It was Mabor Jetrel.
Real. I can never pronounce his name right.
Captain Mercer.
500, please.
Which category?
Oh, units of distance.
During the Enterprise's examination of the Mare Oscura Nebula, data reported that the nearest M-class planet was 3 of these units from their present position.
I'm going to pass because I want to stay in Final Jeopardy.
Admiral J.
I think I know it, but I'm going to pass.
Bird.
Pass.
Is it sector?
Is it light years?
Well, you're close.
No
Mercer.
and no.
It was light hours.
Ah.
It's a unit of time.
Take it.
Admiral J, you get the final clue.
Ready, sir?
During the Bajoran occupation, he lost his grandfather and his brother as a result of the ruthless medical experiments of Dr. Krell Mosset.
Oh, that little doohickey. Pass.
Bird.
Pass.
And Captain Mercer.
Nermal wants me to pass.
Always obey Nermal.
Tabor.
Tabor. Yeah, Tabor. Was he a crewman?
I don't remember exactly what his rank
Oh,
was.
okay.
All right. Let's
All
head
right.
on over to final Jeopnerdy. And let's reveal our category.
The Savage Curtain.
Dear God, Jesus.
If I can find it. There we go. Put in the link into the private chat for Cosmo Buzz.
You guys are actually having a, so far, and I'm going to jinx you, but you guys are having a pretty good night in terms of technical stuff.
He just ruined it for us.
Yeah, I know.
Things have been running fairly well tonight. I see Mercer in the room, waiting on a bird and a admiral.
Remind me, am I supposed to hit allow?
Yes.
I don't know why it keeps doing that every week.
I don't know either. I see a bird.
Sorry, I got a warning box I never got before.
Uh-oh. Red alert.
Waiting upon how much you are betting, Bird and Admiral.
Oh. How much does everybody have?
Let me run down the scores. Captain Mercer has 100 points. Bird of
No,
Prey
but
5.
you're missing a 0.
I believe I'm not. Berto Prey 5, you have 1,100 points, and Admiral J is in the lead with 3,700 points.
Okay. All right, we're ready for the clue.
Clear your entry boxes, and let's reveal the clue.
Although many remember it for Space Lincoln, the Savage Curtain holds an important place in Trek lore as the origin of Kahless, Surak, and this 21st century Earth military leader.
And we've lost Mercer in the Cosmo Buzz.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla! I will say that these answers do not surprise me in the least from any of you. All right. Let's reveal our winner here. Captain Mercer, you had 100 points going into final Jeopnerdy. Your response to the clue was?
Who is Colonel Green? Not Cooper behind my bookshelf. Okay.
Murph. Hey, Murph. I don't get that.
Stay Murph!
Stay Murph. See, I knew Brady would get it.
Of course I got it.
Nope. No.
I should get like extra 10 points for that. Just because he got it.
John,
In any
did you
case,
get it right?
yes, you did get it right. Nicely.
Yes!
done.
All right, let's see how much you bet. 0, leaving you with 100 points. Berto Prey 5, you had 1,100 points, and your response was?
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Didn't know he was a military leader. So unfortunately, that is incorrect.
And
Going to hell with that one.
well, he was a military leader, commander in chief, but
Oh, well, technically, yes.
how much did you bet, Bird? 100, giving you 1,200. Let's see, that'll be enough for you. Admiral
Wait a minute.
J.
How
Give
did
me
he
$100.
gain a point?
What?
I think you just gave
Oh.
me.
How did he
You
gain a
gave me
point?
100. That was the right answer.
No, it was not the right answer. My mistake.
No
Why
problem.
didn't you give me 10 points for my little inside joke? Murph!
I'm tired. I am tired. So let me fix this.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Murph!
You had that
Ironic.
incorrect.
Who is Murph?
All right. Admiral J, you had 3,700 points. Your response?
You can explain it to him better than I can.
Colonel Green, which we know that's correct. So good work.
Good. How much did you bet? 0, leaving you at 3,700, and you are the champion.
Anyway, if you ever see the movie Interstellar, then you'll get the joke.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it yet.
I wanted to
Yeah.
hear something about that.
Thank you. Have a good night.
I'll be
Right,
in
right,
backup for
right.
round 3. If nobody else comes in, I'll be back up. But can I stay backstage in the Streamlabs instead of going
That's-
to YouTube?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. Normal in here, we're just gonna watch. But if you absolutely need somebody and nobody can join or there's technical problems, let me know.
Appreciate it.
Thank
All
you
right.
for letting me play. Next is
Oops. So I go ahead and put Mercer, put you backstage and come back later if you want.
Thomas,
Our next two
Thomas,
contestants.
I did correct it, Thomas. I made a mistake.
Greetings, gentlemen.
Damn, he just reduced. What happened that you got demoted from commander to ensign? Did you visit Talos 4 or something?
Then he would have been killed.
No, Jay. I was an incident in the Navy when I left the Navy base training. So I
Oh.
figured I'd go with my station. And Mikey.
Mhm.
Greetings, John. Greetings, Professor. Good game, Jay.
Greetings.
How you
Greetings.
doing, Mikey?
Thank you.
Nice to be
I'm
back.
doing great, Omni.
All right.
And this is where I'll die now.
If
We'll
it is
see.
written,
Omnicast is too good a player.
we'll see about that. You're on fire the last couple of games.
Oh yeah, Jay's
Indeed
been
he is.
dominating. Yeah.
Oh my God. I think I have a heart attack. The professor just gave me a compliment.
Yeah, well, don't fall like you did before earlier, Jay. Please don't.
Yes.
Greetings, Gap After Dark. Welcome.
Greetings.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Big Brother's here?
Yeah.
Big Brother After Dark. I used to love that.
Breathe, Jay, breathe.
Yeah.
I wonder if Thomas Potts has been here for all 60 episodes.
Definitely active in the comments. We have a lot of great people in the comments tonight. A lot of people in the
We
room.
do.
Keeping
Yep,
it active.
we do.
It's good.
Yeah,
We keep adding new people to new people coming on board watching us.
It's great.
Yeah,
Indeed.
and I did want to wish congratulations.
Yes, congratulations, John. And what's your name? Jeff
John and Jeff for
Professor.
reaching 60.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Well, are you all ready to play, gentlemen?
Yes.
I'm ready to die yet.
No.
That's what you said last game, Jay.
But today is a good day to die.
I was ready because Mercer is a good player. It's just he didn't
Yeah, we're
own up to it this time. But he'll come back. He will definitely come back.
No comment about Bird, huh?
Oh, no comment. Mm.
Well,
No,
Okay.
he has won several times. I'll
Indeed.
give credit where credit is due.
Well, if you're all ready to play, let's play Jeopnerdy.
Stay, Murph, stay.
Let's go, Jay. Use your favorite part. I like when you do that. That's good.
the Tucker extended family.
Oh, God.
I was
Crap.
waiting for the old crap.
Okay. Oh, crap.
Ship quotes. Who said it?
I said it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, now who said it?
Oh crap.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Torpedoes for our visual category.
Mm.
Okay, what do you need?
The episode
Damn
or
the
the
torpedo.
movie.
Okay.
Backstories. Enterprise.
Crap.
Where's Mr. Vice President?
Oh, yeah. He'd be done.
Units of pressure.
Under pressure.
All right.
Well, I
by
don't
the-
think
by
you
the
mean
way-
blood pressure.
By the way, the second category, I would say that every correct response should be, who is John? Because you're going to say it, John. Anyway,
Okay, I'm slow, but even I'm slow with that. I
well,
don't get
John's going to read the clue, so he said it.
Oh, ha, 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 ha. Okay.
Who is John, Defender of
Bad.
the Universe?
Bad joke. Bad joke.
Godfather of Trek, yes.
Admiral J, you are the returning champion. You go first.
Torpedoes 100. What is Star Trek First Contact?
That's correct.
Oh, Lord.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Omnicast, you're up next.
Let's do torpedoes for 4.
400.
Damn, I'm dead.
Next Generation, Season 3.
Dang.
Oh, what was the name of that one? That's, what is The Survivors?
Nicely done.
I just kept
I'm
thinking
dead.
Uxbridge. Uxbridge. What I was thinking. I couldn't remember the name of the episode. Just his last name.
You got it.
Surrender.
Game's
Go on.
not over.
Right.
Mikey, it's your first turn.
Okay. All right. Can you guys hear me okay?
No, we can't hear. We can't hear you at all, Mikey.
Torpedo.
Sorry.
Don't say that.
Actually, sounds better tonight.
200 for torpedo. Oh, thank you.
200 for.
Knock on wood. Good luck. Well, that's obviously from Enterprise. But I can't.
It
What's
is?
the episode? Damn it. Uh,
Say pass. Admiral J.
I had to say something.
What is Storm
Yeah, it is.
Front Part 2?
That is correct.
That's it. Admiral J, you got that right. It's your turn.
Torpedoes 300. What is the way of the warrior?
That is incorrect.
I knew it.
Omnicast.
It's tricky because they reuse that shot, but there's Jeopnerdy ships in the background. That's a tricky one. And I get those last seasons of DS9 mixed up. I'm going to pass 2.
Ensign Mikey. Mikey.
Yeah, there were so many episodes in the domain, but I can't
Favor the
get it.
bold,
Pass.
maybe?
Pass.
Now you're getting warmer.
No, I
That
said pass.
was
Call to Arms. See,
Call to Arms, yes.
they all run into each other. Those last few
Call to
seasons
Arms,
of DS9. Yeah.
Oh, but it was
I know,
so
I
good.
can never get
Oh, yeah, no.
There were so
Loved
many
it.
different episodes. Yeah, no, Call to Arms was great, but I couldn't get it.
All right, Omnicast, you got the lead and control.
Let's finish up torpedoes for 500. Huh? Oh, okay. All right, I see what you're doing. That is... There was 2 episodes like this. I don't want to pick the wrong one. I'm going to pass.
Mikey.
Okay. Let's see. That's from Voyager, obviously. No, I'm not gonna try it. Pass.
Jay.
What is Night?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh wow!
You're thinking it may be the Void.
How'd you get
That's
that?
what I was
Jay?
thinking of. Yeah, because they had 2 of them like that. I couldn't recognize those ships.
Yeah.
Mikey, it is your turn.
Okay. Ship quotes. Who said it for 100?
All I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by.
Come on, Mikey. This is easy.
Uh,
Mikey?
I said he
Admiral
was
J.
Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk.
Okay, that's
I
correct.
said it.
We didn't hear you the first time, but you are correct.
Okay, thank you.
And you picked it, so you get 200. All right. All right, Admiral J. It's your turn.
Who said it? 200.
All I ask is a tall ship and a load of contraband to fill her with.
Who's Quark?
That's right.
Oh, Quark.
Omnicast.
Let's do Backstories Enterprise for 2.
He worked with Zephyr Cochrane on developing the Warp 5 engine, but he passed away before the engine was completed.
Who was Henry Archer?
That's correct.
Oh, nice.
All right, got a nice game going here. Ensign Mikey, your turn.
Okay, I don't know why I want to try this, but Tucker extended family for 100.
Trip's dad.
Oh, shit.
Let me guess. Dead?
I was looking for his name.
Oh,
Oh, God.
you would have to say that.
Admiral J. J.
Charles Tucker Jr.? The second?
There you go.
Yeah.
I would have said the junior, but yeah. He's Charles Tucker III, so his dad must be Charles Tucker II.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Give me Charles II.
So,
A good one.
And Jay, it's your turn.
am I still here?
You're here.
I don't know why my internet is trying to yank me out. Oh,
Maybe
God.
for your TAS comment earlier.
That could be it.
Aha, you're sabotaging me, huh, Professor? Okay.
No, that is not what I said.
300, who said it?
I was sorry to hear about the Enterprise. She was a good ship.
You want the person that said it?
Yes,
Who is Captain Sisko?
that's correct.
Yeah.
When did he say that?
Nice.
Way of the Warrior.
Way of the Warrior.
Yeah, Worf.
The
Yeah,
Warrior.
Way of the Warrior.
I thought that
Yeah.
might have been when, but I wasn't sure. I didn't look it up. All right, Omnicast.
At ease, Mr. Bork.
Let's do Backstories Enterprise for 400, please.
He was
Sorry, Tokyo.
he was devoted to the ideology of Colonel Green, in spite of the fact that it was Rigelian gene therapy that prevented him from dying by age 20.
RoboCop. What was his name? We had this question. This question somewhere else. Oh, what was his name? My name's John. Who is Mr. Paxton? Paxton.
Yeah,
Paxton.
there you go.
Did I get it right?
Yeah,
I couldn't remember the middle name.
You
I
got
couldn't
it.
remember the
You
middle
got
name. Like John and Paxton.
Don't forget
You
I
have
think we
the
had
middle
3
name.
names.
You got it.
You had it 2 weeks ago. That's why I remembered it. I wouldn't have gotten that otherwise.
All right.
You and your memory.
Oh, making me work for it though.
You got the lead back, Omnicast. However, Mikey, it's your turn.
You guys can still hear me, I hope.
Yes.
Units of pressure for 100.
To defeat the Zaitarians' attempt to take over Mira Romaine, she was placed in a pressure chamber, and the pressure was increased by 1 of these units per second.
What is 1 kilobar?
I'm afraid not.
Admiral J.
Oh,
I bet you Omnicast knows it. Pass.
Omnicast.
No, I'm gonna skip this one. Pass.
Pound.
Atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
Say you knew it.
I know. I did know it. You're right.
atmosphere?
I knew
1
I knew it.
atmosphere.
I didn't want to risk it
Yeah, now I remember the episode.
because it could have been inches of mercury or something. I didn't
Well,
want to.
it was Scotty. It was turning it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Scotty. It
All
was
right.
turning it up. I should remember that. Yeah. All right.
Jay, it's your turn.
I bet you I don't know. It's sheep tip. Who said it? 400.
She's a lady, all right, and her name is Enterprise.
Who is Captain Picard?
That's right.
Oh, wow. Back for 400?
Good episode.
Dang.
Omnicast.
Let's do backstories Enterprise for 5.
Crap.
All right, Omnicast. You're 500 points behind the leader. You have 2,000. How much of that would you like to bet?
Let's do 500. It's fine.
500. All right.
Trip and this Mako soldier had a lot in common, having grown up in Florida, less than 50 kilometers from each other.
I don't have it. Tyler Taylor, something like that.
There was Amanda Cole.
Cole.
Yeah. The woman he was given those pressure treatments.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can remember her name.
I didn't know her
Mikey?
name either.
Sorry, Ensign Mikey, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's try Backstories Enterprise for 100.
His family had a long tradition of serving in the Royal Navy, but due to his fear of drowning, he decided to join Starfleet instead.
Who is Reed? Who is Reed?
That's correct.
Reed.
Malcolm Reed.
You know, I always have trouble remembering the name Reed, but I know Malcolm.
Well, he
All
kept
right,
his
Admiral
British
J.
accent, so when Ron said Royal Navy, I knew it had to be Reed.
Well, it's either two ways. I know it or I don't know it.
That is true.
Who said it?
I was in command for 12 years, first ship of her class. Most of the crew I served with even longer.
Wow.
First ship of her class. Can't be Picard. 12 years has got me. Pass.
Omnicast.
I was in command for 12 years. First ship of her class. Most of the crew served with even longer. First ship of her class. No, I'm not getting it. Pass.
Mikey.
Yeah, I'm not getting it either. I'm not getting it. Pass. Sorry.
That would have been
Pike.
Shran.
Shran.
Nah, I would never have gotten
We
that.
were thinking, I was thinking of
Tran.
Federation.
Oh, man. I would have never got that.
And Thomas's
Yeah,
hint,
he was
it's not
the
Harry Kim.
Andorian, right? The one we had last week.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the one
All
that
right.
played by Jeffrey Combs. Yeah, okay.
Well, I was right. I didn't know it.
Who also designed the Enterprise. So, Omnicast.
Let's do units of
Josh
pressure.
will get you for that.
Units of pressure for 300, please.
After the Borg took control of main engineering on the Enterprise E, the atmospheric pressure was measured at 2 of these units above normal.
He's playing with us. He knows it.
Oh, you should get this on the cast. I can't
No, I don't
remember it right offhand right
I don't have it. No, pass.
Mikey. Mikey?
Yeah, pass it to Jay. Pass.
Jay?
I'm going to have trouble pronouncing it with my teeth. What is kilopascals?
That's correct.
Sounded good to me.
Yep.
Yeah, I said pass.
Very
All
good.
right.
Very good.
And Mikey, I think
Okay.
you're way behind us.
Want me to refresh and come back?
No, you seem okay at the moment, I hope.
Oh,
It's your
okay.
turn.
All right. I hope so too. Okay. Let's finish out backstories. Enterprise for 300.
She and Archer had previously been in a relationship, but they stopped seeing each other when Archer became her superior officer.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Who was Hoshi?
That is incorrect.
Hoshi?
Stop answering if you
Jay?
don't know.
Jay?
Oh, crap. Damn it.
Who is Ramirez?
That is incorrect.
I knew it.
Omnicast.
Captain Rodriguez?
That is incorrect as well.
Oh!
It was Captain Hernandez.
Hernandez.
Yeah.
Oh, we all got it
Yeah.
wrong.
Yes.
Look at
I
that.
knew it was either one of them.
Hernandez. Oh, we all
I
got
knew
it
it
wrong.
was so Spanish.
Wow.
Oh,
John.
damn.
Man.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow is right, Roberto Gray.
Like you would have known.
Wow.
All racist? No, I just knew it was
Hey.
Mexican.
All right, Jay, it's your turn.
Whatever they call the language, Latin, Spanish, they change it every 5 years. I'm not going to get either of these things, so let's go with unit of pressure for 200.
After being wrecked by the planet killer, the atmospheric pressure on the constellation was 11 of these units, or about 3.7 lower than standard sea level pressure on Earth.
Omnicast.
11 of these units. No, pass.
Mikey. I before you
What is
reveal it,
fathoms?
That is incorrect, but I think you were after the buzzer in any case.
right? Before we reveal it,
okay.
John, I always go over these questions before we go on live, and this one I had to run through the dialogue in my head, but I got it.
Nice.
Pounds per square inch.
What was it?
Pounds per square.
Wow, PSI.
Oh, just
Changing the
hit me
units.
with
I
the
wouldn't
sun
know.
don't time.
That episode,
Kilopascals.
I know really well the dialogue. I got it from the dialogue. Just have
Okay.
to remember it. Omnicast.
Let's do units of pressure for 500.
After being apprehended again by the Enterprise, Harry Mudd's latest escape attempt involved taking Chapel hostage and fleeing to an unexplored planet that had a surface pressure of 800 of these units.
Yeah. Pass.
Mikey.
Well, since I'm losing anyway, how about 800 Kelvin?
That is incorrect.
Jay.
It's temperature.
Pass because it's a TAS question.
Yeah, TAS. I'm not getting this. No.
This is where knowledge of how pressure works would come in handy. That would be millibars.
Millibars.
Millibars? Okay.
Inches of mercury.
And
Millibars.
they use that in meteorology.
I wouldn't have
So.
got that.
Right.
No, I'm not reading the script. I was reading the question.
Mikey, it's
Okay,
your turn.
let's finish the category. Sure. Yeah. Let's finish the category, Professor. Unit pressure.
A Klingon Raptor was trapped in the atmosphere of a gas giant at an altitude where the pressure was 15,000 of these units, which was well within the hull tolerance of a Starfleet shuttle pod.
Mikey, are you there? Are you there?
Well, the one I haven't.
What was that?
I said 15,000 kilograms.
That's incorrect.
Jay.
Okay.
That's what I thought it was. Pass.
Omnicast.
Yeah, no, I don't have this one. Pass.
That was grams per square centimeter, usually referred to as GSC.
GSC. Yeah, no.
Oh, I would have never got that. Yeah, I wouldn't have got that. No way.
All right, Jay. Jay, it's your turn.
5.
Sorry?
500.
500.
Trip's great-grandfather.
Who's dead?
What was his name?
Dead. Pass.
Omnicast.
His grandfather would be the first. Father's the second. He's the third. So I don't know what his grandfather's name was. Pass.
Mikey.
I know it was mentioned before. Funny a shot in the dark. Who is Richard? Richard?
That is incorrect.
And no, it's not the zeroth.
Oh, it's incorrect. Okay.
Zero.
Oh,
It was
Cyrus?
not Paul
No.
Tucker for 0?
Cyrus?
No, it's not.
Omnicast.
I would
your
never
turn.
got that.
Let's do 400.
Trip's son was T'Pol from an alternate timeline.
Oh.
It's a Paul from alternate timeline.
Yep.
Oh. Oh, not the. Oh, right. The what was his name?
Yeah, yeah.
The blonde guy. What was his name?
Uh-huh.
Pass.
Mikey.
Man, Johnny, get me tonight. Get
I
me.
wish I knew this and need the points.
Mikey. Jay.
It's from episode E2, isn't it? Pass.
It is from that episode. And his name was Lorian.
Lorian. Ah, the bastard.
And
Isn't there another character with that same name?
Lorian.
Babylon 5.
Yeah. Lorian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, it's from another series.
Yep. Right. Mikey, it's your turn.
No, it isn't. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go for 300.
A mimetic symbiote of Trip created from a Lasarian desert larva.
There was a name for that symbiote?
Yep.
Oh, it was.
He just said it. Give it to him.
I did not hear the correct response.
Oh,
Did you have an
what
answer,
is
Mikey?
the mimic or mimia? Yeah,
Mm.
as it was mimia or something.
He said Mimia.
I
That is
can't pronounce
incorrect.
it right.
Jay.
I tried.
You had it. You had it. Who is Thim?
That's correct.
Jim. Oh, Sim.
Symbiote.
Oh, Sim.
Sim.
Okay.
Your name is Jim.
Your name is Jim.
Okay, Jay, you get the final
No,
clue.
it's just Sim.
Trip's sister.
Ah.
Mm,
Good luck with
I
that.
don't know if they called her Elizabeth or Lizzie. I'll say who is Elizabeth?
That is correct.
Oh, thank you. Now I
Yeah.
won.
Good job.
Right. Let's put that
Very good.
Link.
Very tough.
link for
Yeah.
Cosmobuzz in the private chat once again. Head on over to Final Jeopardy. Sorry, Ensign Mikey won't be able to play. And consider how much you would like to bet
I know.
on this category.
Okay.
The hosts of Dax.
I do see Omnicast waiting
Huh.
on Admiral J. There he is. You'll go ahead and enter how much you'd like to bet, Admiral. All right, let's reveal our clue.
She met a young Leonard McCoy while she was on Earth to judge a gymnastics competition, and she had a feeling that he would become a doctor.
And we lost you, Jay.
I'm here.
No, I mean in a Cosmobuzz.
Oh,
And
how
players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla!
do I get back on there?
Click the link.
Okay. I don't know how to spell it.
As long as you're close.
I don't see you in there.
I just typed it.
I don't see you in there.
Do I need to redo it or just tell you?
Go ahead and tell me.
I think that was the gymnastics.
Omnicast, you had 1,200 points, and your
Yes.
response was
Dax, which is correct.
E-money.
Nicely done.
Got it.
And how much was your bet? All of it. Taking you to 2,400 points. Admiral J, you had 3,200 points, and of course your response was?
You also got Emily. Good work.
Good.
Yeah.
And how much did you bet? Shocking.
Zero.
Leave me
on.
with 3,200 points.
You mean you want me to risk a winnable thing there and lose if I didn't know it?
You could have bet 500. You still would have won. You know
I'm
what I'm
not
saying?
good with
Okay,
math.
just saying. Just saying.
I'm not good with math. I could figure out that you double is 24.
Or
but I don't know how much I needed to spend to get down to 25.
Oh man.
700.
Very, very good game.
yeah,
Good game.
Professor John, if I remember, that was from the episode Trial. Yeah, that was from Trials and Tribulations.
Trials and tribulations.
Emily knew. Emily knew that he had the hands of a surgeon.
Indeed.
Yes.
Well, I agree, Tokyo. I agree.
Very good game. John, Professor, thank you. John, you
Thanks for
stumped
playing.
me. Very good. Jay,
Thank you, Omnicast.
great job.
Congrats
Well,
on 60
thank
again.
you, sir.
Tip my
I
hat
was
to you,
very
sir.
afraid.
Well, yeah. That was you got some good ones. I had to pass a lot of them, and I didn't have all of them.
Surprised. I thought you knew it all.
We all have our nights, man. But listen, great job. I got to brush up on my my units of pressure and measurements.
No kidding, myself too. Jeez.
Exactly. But thanks again, guys, for having me. I'm gonna hang out.
Sounds good. Thank you.
I'll be backstage. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Omnicast.
Thank you, guys.
We'll bring up our next two challengers for Jay. See if they can take him down.
Kronos is calling Jay a cheater.
How?
Thomas is saying, why bother to answer when he never bets?
So?
Jay bets nothing next round and wins. You might as well skip it.
So? Party poopers?
Let's say hello to Tokyo and Resolute Germ. How you guys doing?
Hi, doing fine. And Jay, you're the type of guy we kick out of the casino.
I'd like to see you try.
Well, that's what we got the 300-pound Samoan guys for.
All right. Welcome, Tokyo and Germ. Wow, no banter between the three of you? Tokyo, you might be muted.
I'm not talking.
Well, I might lose the fight, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to fight.
Okay. If you say so.
I do.
So be it.
Mhm.
Are you all ready to play?
Yes, sir.
Very talkative.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't know why
let's play.
Tokyo is not talking. He shouldn't be afraid of me. He's a good player.
I agree. He is a good player.
Indeed.
Well, let's play Jeopnerdy.
He's wept my butt several times.
Here comes your favorite part, Jay.
Yeah.
Trips Florida Travel Guide.
Oh, God.
Ship quotes. Fill in the blank.
Oh, Lord.
Tractor beams. Can
Oy.
you identify the episode or the movie? Backstories from the Star Trek films.
Uh-huh.
And units of mass.
He's on a math kick tonight. He knows math. He knows Star Trek. My God, he's a brainiac.
And he
Love
has
you,
a
John.
beard to match.
Love you, brother.
Admiral J. Returning champion. You go first.
Tractor beams for 100.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Mm-mm.
Name the episode.
Yeah. What is the battle?
That's correct.
Whew.
Well done. Well done.
Don't forget to close the tab, Jay.
Huh?
So don't forget to close the tab.
What tab?
Tab with the answers on it.
I wouldn't do that.
I knew you wouldn't.
All right, Tokyo. Your first turn.
Backstories for 4.
This Klingon's military strategies were required learning during Cadet Kirk's time at the Academy.
Not General Korg. Who is General Korg?
The same.
Good one.
Well done. Well done. Germ, you're up.
Same category, 500.
Yeah, should have took that category.
And Anij recalled helping his mother bathe him as a child, long before his involvement with the group that became the Sona.
Pass.
Admiral J.
You're looking for the name of the film.
Looking for the name of the character.
Oh, sheep dip. Pass.
Tokyo.
Possibility I'm going to say it wrong. Who is Golna?
That is correct.
Dang! I'm dead.
You're giving up too early, Jay, and it is your turn.
Tractor beams 500. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. He hates me. Oh, I can't remember. Pass.
Tokyo.
Pass.
Resolute Germ.
Pass.
Well, it's one of the more recognizable episodes.
More tribbles.
Ah.
Tokyo.
Backstories for 3.
A partial account of his military record indicated that he fought in 12 major engagements in the Dominion War, all of them successful.
Who is Shinzong?
That's right.
They done.
This is my downfall.
Germ, it's your turn.
Units mass 500.
Niels was killed, but later revived, during an attempt to beam a nebula sample containing protomatter, which weighed 10,000 of these units.
Pass.
Jay.
Pass.
Tokyo.
This is a good block. Pass.
Those were atomic mass units, or AMUs.
200 for backstories.
How dare you?
She was the first Vulcan to graduate at the top of the class at the Academy.
Who is Valeris?
That's right.
Am I still here?
Yes, you are still
Yes.
here, Tokyo. It's your turn.
Let's finish backstory so nobody else can get the 100.
Okay.
Sure.
Early in his career, he was stationed on Delta 4, where he became involved with one of the locals.
Who's Decker?
That's right.
I never said I was a nice guy.
I was just kidding.
Germ, it's your turn.
Fill in the blank 500.
The Enterprise is pulling her biggest practical joke of all, and this time the joke's on the blank.
Pass.
Jay.
Pass.
Tokyo.
No, sir. It's not coming to me.
The
Another
Enterprise?
Another TAS.
Romulans.
Mm.
I was thinking it was probably like comedian or clown or something like that, but yeah, it's TAS.
Admiral J. Your turn.
Fill in the blank 400.
The only starship in interception range is the Enterprise. Ready or not, she launches in blank hours.
The only starship in interception range is the Enterprise. Ready or not, she launches in what is 12 hours?
That's correct.
All right, Tokyo, your turn.
This is where I lose. Blank for 3.
Take her out, Mr. Mayweather. Straight and blank.
What is steady?
You got it.
Yeah, you lost real big.
All right, Germ, it's your turn. Time to get on the board here.
Let's take out that last 500.
During the encounter with the non-corporeal wisps, Trip had a vision of swimming with an old girlfriend in this town located on the Gulf Coast.
Pass.
Jay.
Swimming with an old girlfriend. And pass.
Tokyo.
I'm going to risk this. What is Tallahassee?
Unfortunately not. It was Tarpon Springs.
I knew it started with
What
a T.
the frack is that?
It's a great place for Greek food.
Jay, it is your turn.
That says Hoshi.
Tractor beams 300. Oh, sheep dip. No.
Tokyo.
Pass, please.
Germ.
Pass.
I gotta say, that's a lovely shot of the Defiant.
Yeah.
For the
For
uniform.
the uniform, yeah. Where he gets captures Eddington.
Yep.
Tokyo. It's
All
your
right,
turn.
let's see if I can get some of my points back. Blanks for 2.
I've already got a blank to worry about. Her name's the Enterprise.
This was 200?
You know it.
No, I don't. Pass.
Germ.
What is a woman?
Unfortunately not.
Jay.
What is female?
That's the one I was looking for.
All right, Germ.
Mass 400.
Weighing it at 700,000 of these units, Voyager was not as big as a Galaxy class, but she was quick and smart.
What is metric tons?
You got it.
The one I knew.
Well done, Germ. Well done. Jay, it's your turn.
Out of all the measurements questions we've had tonight, the only one I knew.
You knew kilocams.
Oh, I did? Okay.
We said it 1,000 times in the movies.
Well, I'm sorry. My brain had a brain fart. Tractor beam for 200. Please let it be right. What is the best of both worlds part 2?
That's correct.
This is where I lose.
Kyo, it's your turn. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. You may.
Trip's Florida travel guide for 3.
Trip grew up in this city where he attended Bayshore Elementary School.
Is now the time for Tallahassee?
Is that your response?
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's incorrect.
Dang it, I thought that's what it was.
What is Tampa?
That is also incorrect.
Jay.
No.
All right.
Panama City.
Panama City.
I didn't know there was a Panama City, Florida.
Indeed, there is.
Panhandle.
Yep.
Germ, it's your turn.
Let's go with tractor beam 400. Pass.
Jay.
It looks like it could be from Voyager.
Possibly. Could be DS9.
Sure, it's not the animated series.
Tokyo.
Pass.
I was from
one small step. Yeah, I was getting there.
Was
But
that the
just have a few
graviton
more
ellipse I
seconds.
was looking at, not a star?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Fill in the blank.
You treat her like a blank, and she'll always bring you home.
You treat her like a lady, and she'll always bring you home. What is lady?
That's correct.
All of these quotes in this category all have to do with female.
You notice that?
Oh, what?
John got a new girlfriend?
Yeah.
Is that what we're hinting at?
Not really, no.
John's getting lucky.
Tokyo, it's your turn.
I got to make sure that when we go into Final Jeopardy, Jay has to bet something and can't bet.
Bite me.
I'm trying to defeat you, not trying to bite you. Trip's travel guide for 200.
You're no friend.
After a crash landing in a swamp, Tripp expressed the opinion that the conditions weren't as bad as summer in this Florida wetland, since at least there were no mosquitoes.
What are the Everglades?
That's correct.
Everybody knows the Everglades.
You're no friend.
Nay.
I love that.
Mass 100.
Before leaving the Cetacean Institute, George and Gracie each weighed 45,000 of these units.
What is 45,000 pounds?
That's correct.
Dang.
Or 1 tilly each.
I was going to say tons.
That's a half tilly.
Ouch. Jay, it's your turn.
Oh, I just got it. Okay. Good one, Tokyo.
Took a minute there.
I'm sorry, I'm slow. Travel guide for 100.
While weathering a storm on a planet later known as Archer 4, Tripp said the conditions were nothing compared to a hurricane coming up through this island chain.
Crap. Do I lose 200 if I answer?
No, lose 100 if you don't get it right.
What is Bermuda?
That is incorrect.
Crap.
Tokyo.
What are the keys?
That's right.
Oh, sheep dip.
Down to the Florida Keys. There's a place called
Tokyo, it's your turn.
Units of Tilly for 200.
200.
Scotty had never beamed up 400 of these units before. It's not just the whales, it's the water.
What are tons?
That's correct.
I
AKA
just gave
Tillies.
you the answer.
AKA Tillies. No, it's not just the whales. It's the water.
And Germ, it's your turn.
I think I know where it is. I'm gonna go 400.
Thank you,
All
Resident.
right. All right, Germ. You have 500 points, but you can bet up to 1,000.
Let's just go with the 5.
All right, for 500 points.
Early in Enterprise's mission, Tripp attempted, unsuccessfully, to maintain a long-distance relationship with Natalie, who was from this Florida city.
What is Orlando?
I'm afraid not. She was
Is now
Natalie
the time? No, it wasn't.
Pensacola.
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 What relationship did Tripp have with Tallahassee?
None that I'm aware of.
Why the hell did that always keep coming to mind? It's like my default
Me
answer was
too.
Tallahassee. Ugh,
Okay, Jay, you get the final clue.
Lizzo.
Like I know now.
Malik stole biotoxins weighing 300 of these units from Cold Station 12, intending to use them on a Klingon colony.
Fast.
Tokyo.
He passed too fast. Crap, because I'm trying to recall this.
Well,
I
that's
did it.
his prerogative.
Yeah, I know. It's like it is my prerogative to also pass, which I shall do.
Germ.
So 300 kilograms.
Nicely done.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Excellent.
That was
Well
awesome.
done. Well done. The link back in
Same
private
same
chat.
room?
Same room.
'Cause I've been there.
Well, I get to play after all.
So we can head on over
Yay.
to Cosmo Buzz. If you would kindly not leave this time, Jay.
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants.
And let me run down the scores for Jay. Resolute Germ, you have 300 points. Admiral J has 2,100. And in the lead is Tokyo at 2,800 points. Consider how much you would like to bet on this category.
The Omega Glory.
Oh man, I'm not gonna remember any of these names. I just saw this episode.
Wait to see how much they'd like to bet.
I knew you were waiting.
Well, I had to wait.
No, him.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
You okay with that? Okay.
Probably not going to get it, but just trying to.
You'll
Clear
get
your
it.
entry boxes, and let's reveal our clue.
Kirk explained to this Yang chief that the words of the Constitution must apply to everyone, or they mean nothing.
Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla!
Huh? Oh, congratulations, Jay.
Yeah. I just lost.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Because I
We
didn't
shall
get it right.
see. We shall see who gets what right, what wrong, and who wins.
Oh, God, don't tell me Germ won.
Germ probably won.
All right.
If he gets it right, Germ wins.
I did it as an accident.
Resolute Germ, you had 300 points entering final Jeopardy, and your response to the clue.
Smith, I'm afraid not.
How much was your bet? Down to 0,
Wow.
unfortunately. Admiral J, you were in second place at 2,100 points. Your response?
Young. That is incorrect as well.
How much did you bet? 0? Oh my God, you bet something.
Wow.
All of it.
He had
Taking
to.
you down also to 0. Sorry about that.
Oh, God, I just remembered it.
Tokyo,
Forget.
you had the lead at 2,800 points. Your response?
Yang was a
Cloud
white-
Williams.
Congrats, Jay. I forgot the dude's name. White man is technically true, but not very specific. You said you
Cloud Williams.
There it is.
white man.
Hey, could you repeat that? I don't know if everybody heard that, John.
There's a Cloud William.
There you go.
Right.
And how much did you bet, Tokyo? 2,200 points, taking you down to 600 points, but that is enough. You are the champion, Tokyo.
Nicely done.
Well
I
done.
hate you. I'm going home.
It was the white man.
Well done, all. Good game. That was a good
Very
game.
nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very nice.
Oh.
Didn't I tell you I'd lose? I'm never wrong.
And I know you didn't throw the game either because you had to bet
Mm-hmm.
in case.
And
I
even
bet.
though if you had bet all of it and had gotten it, you would have still had more points than me if me betting everything.
That's why I only bet the minimum I could possibly bet, which is 2,200.
I didn't know what you were going to do. I had no idea.
Nice strategy, number one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great job,
Bite
Tokyo.
me,
Nice
bite
job.
Me, bite me, bite me.
See, Jay had the advantage. Jay, you
There's
had the
just a
advantage
game.
of having so many points that no matter what,
Mm-hmm.
even if everybody bets it all, they still couldn't come
Mhm.
close. My strategy was just to make sure that there had to be that kind of margin. Otherwise, there's no way. There's
Yeah.
absolutely no way.
Well, that's the way it
I'm just glad
was
I
with
could
the
keep it
first
close
two
between you.
games. I had
Yeah.
more than anybody, so why risk it?
Exactly.
Those units questions
So,
were tough,
that was-
John. I mean, what made you think to do
They
that?
were.
Oh man, I mean, tough in a
Yeah.
good way. I'm not complaining. I mean, it's challenging. What made you think of it?
Well, math is actually my line of work, so that's why those kind of questions come to mind.
Aha.
What do you do for
okay,
work?
that's why we did it. That's cool.
I'm a tutor largely in math.
Well, there you go. That explains it.
Well, there you go. That explains it.
He's not the godfather of math. I mean, godfather of Trek. He's
John-
Data.
Yeah. John, you need to find a way to work in Tilly's as a unit of mass.
Yeah.
Power of math,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yay.
Put it in parentheses.
That was nice on me. That's the power of math.
Take care, Kronos.
I'll let her go. No.
Get the
Take care,
effing math, people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, did you see a trailer for season 5? I just caught that. Oh, I think I threw up a little bit in my mouth when I was watching it. It was terrible. Oh
Yeah,
man.
Mile come up a little bit like last year when
was-
it came out.
Oh, it came out
That's,
last month or last year. When did it come out? That
Well,
trailer for season
I
5.
believe it was last year because remember it got canceled and then delayed over a year.
It's like the scene where she's in the suit flying in space and she gets knocked by an asteroid. Okay. Oh man. I just happened to catch
War
it now
the
for the
Cold
first time.
War.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it was
just
not good.
re-released the trailer. That's all.
Maybe that's why I caught it from the re-release. Yeah. I no. I draw the line there.
He comes back in time to the 23rd century. To the Strange New Worlds Enterprise for the finale.
Oh God, I hope not. Because that show, I'm I kind of like it. I know it's destroying or at least messing with continuity, but I like it a lot more than Discovery. I can't watch
She
this stuff.
joins the Enterprise in the next season.
She's going to destroy the Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
That
Or you
could
say
be
join the
George
Enterprise.
O for the,
Here's the progress, John.
Very nice.
Jay, that could be George
Here's
O
progress so far. Thank
to
you.
promote the Section 31 so-called
Okay.
movie that nobody asked for.
Is that coming? Or are they doing a Starfleet Academy one or something they were talking about, weren't they?
Both. One's a stupid movie that nobody asked for, and one is Starfleet Academy hosted by Whale Girl.
Oh God. I mean, they were talking about a
I'm gonna
Starfleet
take the
Academy thing
board
for a
back.
while.
Just ideas.
For like
they don't
50
have
years.
any real development done on them.
All right, I'm overweight too now. Watch it, son.
And
Jerm, what were you
I got
saying?
work. Those two shows aren't really out there. They're quote unquote in development, which means they can have scripts or they can have complete butt kiss.
The good news is, though, as long as everybody's whining and complaining on the picket lines, nothing's going to get made or done. So
That's true.
thank goodness for that.
Right.
If
Very
we're
true.
lucky,
Yeah.
Paramount goes under from all this.
Yeah.
I like
Close
Stranger
enough
Things.
as is.
Yeah, I think Resolute Germ quoted it best when he said he wished the Hurricane had leveled half of Hollywood. That's last week.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, this happened before with the strikes. I mean, they'll get past it, but it does slow everything down. I was saying I like Stranger Things as a show on Netflix, and that season 5 is now delayed as well because of all this.
Have you guys seen the poster for Star Trek Day? What a joke.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
definitely.
Yes, we have seen it, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh.
Joke.
And unfortunately, I read the
Yeah,
TrekMovie.com comment section on it.
Yeah, what did that say?
Oh,
Not nice things.
not
was
nice
a-
things at all. Because we were saying, well, where's Captain Kirk? Where's Shatner's Kirk? He's the first
Right.
one. Half the comments were all saying, "Get
Right.
over yourself." Uhura's on the poster. Sit down and shut up.
Yeah. It's called
And
canceled. You're canceled, Gaijin. You're
Quote,
canceled.
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't want to hear from you.
Precisely.
Wow.
No, wait.
And I'm
Once
gonna have to call it
again,
a night.
guys,
I work tomorrow.
How
So.
old is
Have a good day, everybody.
Thanks.
Good night,
Thanks
Rob.
for
Hey,
recording.
take care.
Take it easy.
Yeah,
Great
man.
game.
Yeah.
Thomas, I think Dune 2
Yeah,
was pushed back, as a lot of things have been, because they want to spread things out over this strike.
Strike.
Al Bundy.
No, I wanted to ask you, John and Professor, the Omega Glory, right? That was like a metaphor for the Cold War, right, between U.S. and
Mikey?
Russia.
Yeah, the Yangs and the Combs. Yankees and communists.
Basically.
Yeah.
I got lagged.
Right. Okay.
It would be like celebrating Star Wars without celebrating the original movie. It's just stupid.
Oh yeah, I completely agree, Mercer.
Well, the Force is
I like
female,
Star
so you
Wars
can
Day.
understand that. Yeah.
Okay, let's stay on that topic for a second. I got to ask Mercer, how did you like Ahsoka so far?
Stupid idiot.
Mercer.
Yeah, right.
Jay, don't call me stupid idiot.
Well, if you're slower, then I'm calling you a stupid idiot.
Okay, so since Mercer's ignoring me, who watched Ahsoka?
I watched it.
And what did you think?
I thought the first 2 episodes were pretty good.
Stop it.
I did too, actually.
Stop it.
I watched Geeks and Gamers review of it, and Jeremy was taking a massive dump all over it, saying, "Why does all the females have lightsabers and stuff like that?" I liked Rebels. Okay, so if you liked Rebels, then you'd understand why Sabine has a lightsaber.
I really hated Ahsoka show. I really hated it.
For the record, I've not seen it.
Ahsoka? Oh, yeah. Ahsoka.
Now, why do you hate it, Mercer? I really want to talk to you about this.
Well, because first of all, it was just flat. Like everything looked fake. Everything looked white and fake and brand new, and it looked like it was animated. But the extras, nobody looked like they were actually in that world. The acting was stiff. Like every time Harris spoke, she just hesitated before delivering any lines, which means the directing and the acting, all the things I want about Star Wars, it just felt too polished and new. It didn't feel like Star Wars. The story was like, oh, we're going after another map. Like you compare these episodes with Ahsoka's episode of The Mandalorian, there's no comparison. That episode was awesome. These episodes were just boring.
Well, we've only had 2, so hopefully.
Yeah, but we sat through an hour and a half of this story, and almost nothing has happened. And people say that about Andor, but at least Andor had good dialogue, good direction. It had good atmosphere. It looked like a used universe, which is what Star Wars is all about. And the dialogue was really good. This was just boring. Oh my god! And like, I've never seen lightsaber fights look more unremarkable than in this show.
Mercer.
Thomas is calling you out.
I would say there was
yeah.
Yes, Mikey.
Either Mike or John.
Sorry, John. No, Mercer, I was going to ask you. So, when they put out the first Clone Wars, the guy that did Samurai Jack, Jendi.
Yeah, Tchaikovsky one. I think.
I love those. I love those. But then everything
they're fine. I like
that was not right. Yeah. Everything after that was not right.
John, you were saying you're good at math.
Yes, just real quick while we were talking about Ahsoka. Yes, there was some elements where you could say that the first 2 episodes were a little bit slow in places, but I thought the story was interesting overall, and I think the villains we've got of them so far are interesting. I want to learn more about them.
John, did you see Rebels?
I saw most of it, yes.
Okay, so you're familiar with, especially you've seen the last season?
Yeah, it's been a while, but yes.
Okay, so all right, so now everything does make sense to you. That's good. That's the only thing that I really, I gotta admit it is kind of flat, but I loved it. But the problem is there's too much of a learning curve, because anybody that's coming into Ahsoka has to have seen Rebels, not just Clone Wars, because this is the next season of Rebels. This is not the impression that I'm getting, the way that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau set it up. It's not a continuation of Ahsoka's story. It's the next season of Rebels.
Oh yeah.
And I'm all for it because I loved Rebels. Rebels was, even though it was on Disney XD kiddie channel, there was nothing kiddie about it. When half the X-wing fights in the series showed people getting burned alive in the cockpit. They didn't pull punches on that show, and it was really awesome. But and my favorite character, Sabine, is the central focus of this series of Ahsoka, so I'm all for it.
Yeah. Did the actor who played Jan Tillies in the 4, 5, and 6, did he die?
Did he die, Ray
I don't
Stevenson?
know.
Ray Stevenson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ray Stevenson died.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the
Oh,
one
he
playing
did?
one
Oh.
of the villains in
Well,
the
I don't know
series.
who he-
I just thought that I like Ahsoka from that Mandalorian episode, but she just didn't do anything in this show. She just stood there most of the episode with her arms crossed. And then that girl Hera was the same way. And they were having this conversation at the beginning about the hologram, and it's almost like you had to wait for them to deliver lines. I'm like waiting and waiting, and like every 3 seconds, oh yeah, there's her line. It was just bad. I liked like on paper I should love this, but just the execution was just all off.
Hey, Wang was
Yeah.
hilarious.
What did he do?
Wang was hilarious.
What did he do?
Oh,
He's making fun of Hera for being.
I think
For being
Bite me.
no, I think Baby Yoda still makes me laugh. Didn't you?
Unless John did it, then I
Baby
love you,
Yoda still
John.
makes me laugh.
I'm sorry, what?
Huh?
Jay said he loves
Huh?
you.
Oh, that's nice.
What?
Jay said he loves
I
you.
said if you put that there, John, I love you. But if not,
Oh.
then Professor, bite me.
Oh, no, don't call
I
him
love
that.
PAS.
Professor and I have a love-hate relationship right now.
Mostly hate.
Mostly hate.
Well, not hate, but like to send him a 2x4.
I hope her is coming
No,
with
I
that
don't.
2x4,
No, I don't.
Jay.
No, I don't. Oh, now he's
Okay,
going to hit
can't
me
wait.
in the back of the head with
If you're
one.
into a Star Trek animated
Here's a bad political joke for everybody. Speaking of hard to reach places, here's a really bad political joke I just thought of. How do you stop Joe Biden?
Oh.
Any way you can.
No, you just simply
Do I
stand
wanna
at
know
the
the
top of the
answer?
staircase.
A staircase, yeah.
Stand at the
He
top of the
can't
stairs.
climb.
He can't
Mm.
climb.
No.
Like
Do you now know that they are now making the Air Force One small ramp into an escalator?
No. Are you
Yes,
serious?
I heard this.
Just
I
for him?
heard this.
Wow, that's
like
terrible.
seriously, like you start the Ahsoka show and it's like everything is so white. Like first of all, why would Morgan tell her where to find the map if she doesn't want her to find the map, right? And then she gets there and you know, you light your lightsaber up and there's no dynamic. Like usually lightsabers look cool, but they just look boring against white lightsabers against a white background. And there was no booby traps or anything interesting happening in the scene. I was bored. I was just so bored.
Biden nearly fell out the Air Force One on the smaller stairs this week.
How did we go from Ahsoka being bland?
And it wasn't really Air Force One. It was the smaller Air Force
smaller
One.
plane.
No. Air Force
almost
One is
fell
not.
out of it.
Air Force One. Listen, Air Force One is not a designation of a specific plane. Whatever plane the president is on is automatically called Air Force One.
I know.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm saying that this was the smaller one, like the third one.
Right, it wasn't
Right.
the 747. It was the smaller plane. Right.
The point is, it doesn't matter what.
A380 or something.
I know. If anything
No, it's
is
probably
Air
a
Force
Boeing.
One.
It's not Airbus. It's America, baby. That's it.
No, it's
Well, this
not
is
a
Biden
C- it's
administration
not a
we're talking about. He probably has an
C-130 either.
Airbus now.
They ain't buying French planes.
An Airbus?
But yeah, I heard about this escalator
White
thing
flag
on.
detail.
It was being reported on CBS and ABC News a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
Oh,
good point there,
wow,
Simon.
really? By the way, Ahsoka,
What?
isn't that spelled AHSOKA? There's an
Yeah,
H
you
in
can't
there,
even
I'm sure.
spell
Ashoka?
Thomas.
Yeah,
couldn't either
Thomas.
at first.
Oh God.
Wow.
Spell checker freak show to the rescue again. Come on, Thomas. And spell it right if you're going to do Star Wars, man. Damn it.
John, I need to hire you as a math tutor for a couple of years, maybe 10 years.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you're saying Huang was funny. I agree with you, and I think David Tennant did a great job with his voice.
Yeah.
What? Put that back. Put that back.
None of the robots
Put that
look
back.
real at all. It's like they
Hey,
just all
John, you
CGI.
also,
Let me get my sunglasses. Shit, my
They
reading glasses.
CGI'd everything. It was so bad.
What? I have
I
another
was going to ask
complaint. I
John
have
the
another complaint about it. Mercer.
Peter's geometry.
Oh crap!
Mercer.
Hang on, one at a time,
Hang on.
please.
What?
Tokyo.
I think you might agree with me on this one, Mercer. The Lothal cats probably needed a lot more work done on this show because all they did was copy and paste it from the Rebels files.
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know. Overall it just felt too like clean. The whole show just felt like for example, when they go to Corellia and that guy was an impatient guy, you knew he's a bad guy, but he's like, I'm impatient, I got things to do. But when you're landing, he's just standing there. Like if they really wanted to make this place feel like a real place, he they wouldn't have just showed him standing there. Like they would have had people living. Like one thing I liked about Andor was that it felt like a real place. Like people were doing stuff. People were doing stuff. They looked like they owned the shops or they lived in that city. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just gonna.
Well, as they were going through the shipyards, they showed people working on the engines and stuff.
Yeah, but it was just bad. Like that guy didn't look like he was doing anything, and despite the fact he was in a hurry and he was obviously a bad guy. It was just I don't know. I just felt like even the celebration was fake. Although I did like the guy from that played the leader of the Lothal planet. He was cool. The guy that was in Shawshank.
Clancy Brown.
Yeah, I liked him. I like him in everything, but I'm just saying overall it just felt so flat.
Yeah.
Nothing felt like it was
Clancy
real.
Brown. Yeah.
Nothing felt like it was real. Like everything felt just these
I
special
love-
effects were bad. I don't know. I'll get off now, but yeah, that's what I feel.
Well, one other complaint.
The
I had
animated
about
series is the
Corellia.
worst of all.
Jay, I'm sorry. Hang on a second, buddy. One
Well,
complaint that I
just
had.
FYI, Clancy Brown was great in Highlander series. He was in the
I'm trying to
film.
make a point, and people keep trying
Just
to
to
cut
be
me off.
fair.
You know, you're getting as worse as Salty.
What?
Who is?
Oh,
You.
I guess I'll just keep.
You're
my mouth shut.
mean.
Tokyo, go ahead, Tokyo.
What's your point, Tokyo?
Never mind. Never
Go ahead, Tokyo.
mind.
Go
I
ahead,
want to
Tokyo.
hear. I want to know what you were saying, Tokyo.
Me too.
Nah, it's all right.
Okay.
Well, he
it's
knocked
not
me
all
out
right.
of the chat and made me mad.
I
I'm
did not
sorry.
knock you out. I did not knock you out.
That was me.
Oh my God! Don't tell me you're getting you're.
Well, insults against the animated series sometimes can cross the line, so you've been warned.
It's a bad series.
Looks like we're having
Wow.
some more connection issues from Jay there. Hopefully, we'll get him back soon.
All the best to you,
Ah.
Jay. I hope you can find your way back.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I like the mud episode from the animated series.
You're a bad influence.
Tokyo, tell me what you were gonna say.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I want to know what you were going to say,
I
Tokyo.
want to know as well.
Yeah, me too. I'd
And
like
so
to
does
know.
Brad Wolf.
That's all right. It's not important.
Come on,
Yes,
Tokyo.
it
Come
is.
on, Tokyo, tell me. I'll give you $100,000.
Tokyo, you can't retire. You're the champion.
It's true.
Well, I'm gonna put my champion status on Omnicast so he can represent by proxy.
Oof.
Oh, would you
Oh,
stop
stop it.
acting like this?
Want to go next week? Let's go, Tokyo.
All right.
Let's do it.
Is that because he's bored?
See what you started, Jeff.
What did I
This is
start?
the Kyle Omnicast, right?
That's it.
Damn,
I
Rich,
started
you're
nothing,
indoctrinated.
Jay.
Now Tokyo's taking his ball and glove and going home.
He'll come back.
I'm still here. I'm
That
just
was
watching.
what you were saying, Tokyo. Come on.
Yeah, Miss Ridge. Quick getting
I
done.
don't know. Like I said, I just thought I think the idea of them creating like a little mini MCU out of Star Wars, like about Thrawn or all these shows are connected. I think that's a huge mistake because the point about Star Wars is that usually has some more to it than just plot. There's usually story. There's a big difference between plot and story, and usually Star Wars has themes about family or redemption, and I'm not sensing any of that.
Captain, Mercer, let me ask you a question. Now that Rey, we know is a Skywalker, what are they going to do with Episode 10? Do you know?
They're going to release it. It's going to bomb. I don't care what they do with it. The point is that this little mini shared universe is just going to lead right into the sequels, and it's just going to be about like Filoni saying all the cool stuff I did in the cartoons is now coming to life, and it's going to be all about plot. It's not going to be about story. It's not going to be about character. It's not going to have any themes. It's not going to have any subtext. It's just plot. That's all it is.
Well, we've only had 2 episodes so far.
Yeah, but we only had 3 episodes, same length of time, an hour and a half for the first 3 episodes of Andor. We got subtext, we got story, we got theme, we got character, we got world building, all that stuff. And this is just like, it's just the cartoon, just done in live action, but it's still all CGI. Bugs me. I'm angry.
I get
Yeah, that's.
I'm surprised that bugs you. And not the blatant racism and sexism and things and stuff that was going on in Star Wars. Especially that one scene in Ahsoka on Corellia when everybody who said for the Empire and started a riot were white people. And that's all I'm going to say.
The main thing is, I heard that the main guy was Jewish. Now, I try not to bring up that stuff, Like, that's not what I bring up, but I just didn't care about anything. Like, it was all fine, I guess. I was all passable, but I didn't care about anything. There was nothing that makes me care about what happens. There wasn't a single bit of wit. And wit is not just humor. Wit is the kind of thing that makes the story work because you care about the characters and they do something that brings them that moves beyond just what's on the page. Wit is like, when Indiana Jones is dealing with that booby trap and he replaces it with like the sand and then he fixes his hat because he thinks he succeeded. That's wit. You know what I mean? Like this show has nothing that it's just all dry. It's very plain.
Don't mince words, Mercer. How do you really feel?
What do I really think? I'm your doctor and I'm your friend.
Let us know how you really, Mercer. Let us know how you really feel. Oh, and by the way, I think Normal should have went psychotic and went out Garfield a long time ago. If you watch Robot Chicken and make fun of Garfield, I agree.
I mean, I don't hate like it's just it just seemed flat. Like I've never seen a lightsaber duel look more flat than when Ahsoka was fighting those robot guys or the other guy with the saber. Like again, you have white lightsabers against a white background. Compare that to her episode of The Mandalorian where it's all dark. You have these awesome looking soldiers in black uniforms trying to go after her, but she only turns on her lightsaber when they're close. She like schools them, and then she becomes invisible again. That was awesome. That was like fantastic. But yet she couldn't advance on the base. She just could, they couldn't kill her, but she could not advance either. So that was storytelling done through action. That was good stuff. This is boring.
Oh, and Mercer, please extend my heartfelt to Mercer to Normal for me.
Well, she's right here. Hold on, let me get her on camera. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay.
I have
to say,
you do that so well, Tokyo.
Here she is.
That's my signature move.
Yeah, I have to say,
she's looking at me. See her?
Prequels.
Oh, or she looking at me?
Use purple lightsaber is the bomb.
Look at her reacting to it. She's like, "Where is it? Where is it?"
I know. I don't know.
I'm sorry, Mercy. The
Terrible.
cat is awesome.
Thank you.
I know.
Where's that son of a bitch? You
I thought
get
it's
it?
impressive.
She's looking for it too.
Normal. What do you see?
That is a good angle on normal too.
Love the color.
Thank you.
Normal. Hey, normal. Don't do cat aside. We have a high enough
I don't
power
think she wants to be on
ourselves.
camera anymore. I'll let her go. But there
Don't
she
jump.
is.
I want these nerds to just leave me alone. She's
come
probably
on.
thinking, right?
She's just adorable.
Yeah. Anyway, like I said, I didn't like Mandalorian season 3. I did not like Mandalorian season 3. I did not like Obi-Wan Kenobi. I liked Manda season 2. That was good.
Kenobi.
But I didn't like. I like Boba Fett mainly because I like Boba Fett. The show wasn't very good, but I kind of gave it a pass because I always liked the Rancor monster. I thought he's always cool to see. But this show, again, it's early. I'm gonna watch it, but I just didn't really like the first couple episodes all that much. I mean, and then visually, you know, they had 1 or 2 little skirmishes. You compare that to even the Orville New Horizons, it's nothing compared to any of those battles.
Speaking of, I bit the bullet and actually got a D plus subscription. And also, I've been binging the Orville left and right.
Nice.
So we need to get those numbers up just to make
Why?
sure that Disney's aware.
Nice.
Even though they're not going to do anything for another 3 years.
Good question, Jay.
Like even the scene in the Orville where they're testing the pterodons against those little drones, that was visually more exciting than the battle with when they're going after the Super Star Destroyer engine with Hera and Chopper. That was boring.
Well, I expect her opinion.
Anyway, that's how it really feels.
myself.
They keep on not bringing it back with. Did I say that the Orville was bad? No, I did not. I like the Orville.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around
that
Go ahead.
if they keep on not coming out saying that they're going to renew it, and it takes years, it's going to get to a point where nobody cares and they're not going to watch it. They're going to lose their viewers.
Problem now is you're not going to get any news from it because of the strike. So it's going to be at least a year or 2 before before we're aware of anything. So everything is on hold. But once the strike is over, they go back to the office and all their work is there in front of them.
Yeah. You're looking at possibly 4 or 5 years.
But
I don't
See, I
know
think
about
a
that.
show like the Orville thrives on reruns and people
Really? I wouldn't know if it was that far.
Well, Ted has been renewed.
Yeah,
Anyway, I don't know anything about the strike. All I know is I have a normal here. That's all I know.
So if the strike does go a year or 2 and comes back, then Ted is another year. That's 3. And then if Ted is not renewed and he does get the Orville, that's 4 years. It's just according to how long the strike takes.
And Thomas is right on that, though, too. So, but there's, you know,
I know.
you take the no news is good news approach on that.
Sorry, but I'm.
And there's not going to be until the Ted is over with.
Yeah,
But Jay also has a point
still
too.
trying to wrap my brain around the fact that Peter Griffin is a captain of a starship. I'm sorry. I'm still wrapping my mind around that.
He's not.
Where did you
I
see
understand,
that?
but I
that
he did play Han Solo though, technically, right? In Robot, what was it called? Blue Harvest, right?
Yeah, Blue Harvest, right? Yeah.
Something like
Which
that.
is fine.
Dude, I saw Oppenheimer, and the guy that played Han Solo is in Oppenheimer.
I just can't see the voice of him play a captain of a starship, like the Orville. And how did they come up with the Orville? Was that because of the discovery of light? Orville and Wilbur Wright. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
That must have been the inspiration.
Orville, California, I think it was, right? There's a.
Well, if you don't know what it is, it's about a bear.
Yeah, Orville's named after Orville Wright.
Okay.
And I want to know. I want to know where
Yeah,
you saw
that's what I
that's been renewed. I haven't heard that.
Hasn't been renewed.
Yeah, I didn't hear that either.
The
But
guy
anyway,
on the Orville said that Peacock had renewed it.
I thought they were shopping around for a different network. That's the last news I read about it.
Hey, John,
They were trying to have somebody pick it up.
Are
aren't
you
they?
telling me
Yeah,
they're
Peacock can't touch it. That was a rumor. Jay, Peacock can't touch
Hey,
it
hang
because
on.
Disney owns it for another 7 years.
Mm.
Somebody had a question for me?
okay?
look
Mikey?
now.
Silence for the lambs.
Do it, Tokyo. Do it, Tokyo.
Do what?
There you go.
That didn't work out too well. My throat hurt. There we go.
Oh, there she is again. I was asking John. The first Ted was okay. The second Ted was not that great. But you're telling me they're going to make a TV series out of that now? Out of the
It already is.
have. It already aired.
I
Yeah,
never saw it.
on
I didn't-
Peacock.
Huh.
Well, I don't watch anymore. I'm sorry, Jeff. I don't watch cable or anything anymore. So sorry, I just watch DVDs
Well,
and Blu-rays.
I haven't watched the series. I just know it has aired.
I don't think it
Yeah,
aired
I think-
yet. I never heard about it.
It's on
I'm pretty sure
Peacock.
it did.
I thought a Peacock. Okay.
He
I'm
said.
gonna look it up.
I think they should have stopped with the first Ted.
Or was on Peacock.
He said it.
He had a
According to
multi-million
Wikipedia,
dollar
it's an upcoming show.
deal for years. It was a couple of years, multi-million dollar contract.
According to Wikipedia, the show has not aired yet.
Okay, my mistake.
Okay.
I thought it had.
I thought it had.
It's upcoming. I think it's ready. I think it's in the can, but I don't think it actually aired yet.
Oh my God. I wonder if they're going to cancel
Yeah,
it.
they haven't put it out yet.
I wonder if they're going to cancel it before they even air it. Wow.
Well, I wonder if they're going to bring Mark Wahlberg back.
They'll air it.
Oh, they have done that before.
Yeah.
The networks have done that before. Filmed
John, did
several
they-
episodes or even a season and not even air it.
Well,
Yeah,
there's a
John,
difference.
did they say
You
they were
can
going to
film
bring
an entire
Wahlberg
season,
back?
but if it's not
Hey,
complete
hang on.
in
Mark
can.
Wahlberg? Yeah.
So what was that, Tokyo?
I said, yeah, like Star Trek Phase 2, most of the episodes were already filmed, but nothing was done on it, like SFX or music score or anything like that. So at that point, you can cancel it. Ted, I believe, is complete in box.
Mikey?
Everything's done.
Oh, sorry.
How many episodes of Phase 2 did they actually shoot? Do you know?
I didn't think they had.
They did.
There was some
They-
test footage, right? I mean, there
I
was. some-
don't think it was a full pilot. It was just
For
test
phase
footage.
2?
Well, they did film In Thy Image and The Child.
The Child
they
I
did?
knew was a Phase 2 script. I knew that they ended up rolling into the Next Generation.
And I think they filmed Katumba,
Yeah.
Oh,
but
okay.
none of them were put through editing, reshoots, or anything like that. I think base photography was done with it.
I wonder if the Roddenberry archives will do something with that. You know, they're releasing a lot of stuff that we haven't seen before.
Well, In Thy Image was reshot into the motion picture.
Okay.
That
Right.
Katumba and
Katumba, Star Trek
That
Continues
much
did
we do
that,
know,
right?
yeah.
Star Trek Phase 2.
Yeah.
Star Trek Phase.
The Phase 2 fan film series.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. So didn't Star Trek Continue? Oh, you're right. Phase 2 did Katumba, not Star Trek Continues. You're right. That's true.
Right.
Yeah, no.
I
Yeah,
got it mixed up sometimes.
Star Trek Continues took after Turnabout Intruder. Yeah,
And
Star Trek Continues took
Child.
after Turnabout shooter and continue
And
to find your
child
mission.
was
I dig
not
it.
complete in box, but they did it like 10 years later for next gen.
Or the child.
The child, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they had the writer's strike, funny enough, at the same time, right? Back then in 88. And they needed scripts. And since that was already written,
Yeah.
it was easy enough to change the characters from Decker to Riker and from, Ilea to Troy. Right. I think that's how they did it.
Yeah.
It's pretty clever, actually.
Isn't
I think there was a couple of other episodes too. Naked Now, I think, was phase 2. I could be wrong on that. I don't
I
Well,
know
they
the
had a
child-
number of
I know the
scripts that they
child-
reused for Next Generation.
Yeah, I know a lot of
Isn't it
season
ironic?
2 was released. I know a lot of season 2 because they went into a writer's strike at season 2.
Right.
So Shades of Grey and The Child and a lot of episodes from season 2 were based on.
Well, Shades of Grey was more of a
Shades of Grey.
compilation, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Shades of
Yeah.
Grey was not a.
Okay, well, you know what I mean. Whatever. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get out now.
No.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Better off than I am. Don't worry.
I just need people to get all the way off my back about what Star Trek I don't know.
You're fine.
Yeah,
Mercer.
You did pretty good in the game, too.
No, not
Well,
today.
Well,
Don't let people get you down.
I did see a reference to Ted airing September 1st.
Okay,
I
well,
don't know. I don't know if that's accurate, but
I've been looking it up, and I couldn't find no news about it.
Disney
I did
Plus.
see one reference to that,
Professor?
September 1st. Sure, Mikey, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was asking the question, is Mark Wahlberg going to reprise his role from the first 2 films?
No,
I have no idea. I've never seen the Ted films.
no, it's a prequel.
I don't care.
Prequel.
I don't
right?
care. I don't
Oh,
care
it's a
about
prequel?
Ted.
Oh, okay.
I thought
Okay.
Ted Grimes was going to play the human friend part.
I just
He's
know
gonna
he's
be-
in it. I don't know what he's gonna play.
Mark Wahlberg's character's father. It's the
Oh.
same family, but it's a 1980s period piece.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
So I
Oh,
saw
prequel.
Oppenheimer.
Cool, okay.
Did you guys see
I don't know if
Oppenheimer?
I like that or not.
I did, Mercer.
Yeah, Oppenheimer was
Okay.
okay. Yeah, we both
The
did.
guy, there was a guy that played Han Solo was in Oppenheimer from the Solo Star Wars movie.
Oppenheimer was a good
Edgerton?
movie.
Same, right?
Yeah,
Edgerton
I
or
liked the
something?
film.
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty
I
good.
give it a 5 out of 5.
I don't know if
I
I'd
like-
go that far, but it was good.
I'd give it a 4 out of 5. It was a really good movie.
Oppenheimer's banned here.
I
I'm
think-
not surprised.
Yeah, it's not a surprising news, but it is banned here.
Really?
Yep.
I guess so.
Well,
Yeah, I could see
so-
that. Yeah.
Because he helped
obviously.
destroy 2 towns in Japan.
And don't think
Yeah.
they were towns; they were huge cities.
They
Yeah,
were,
he
yeah,
was
they were
shady.
more than towns.
We gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Whatever.
Beautiful cities now, but
I saw the last movie I saw before that was The Dial of Destiny. So this year I was gonna go see Dune, but now that's delayed. So I guess I won't be seeing anything else this year unless they decide to put out a Star Wars movie.
You didn't see the Barbie movie?
I did not.
God.
You don't know
Sorry,
what you're missing, buddy.
I've
Yeah, I
heard
know what I'm
reviews on
missing.
I don't
No.
care to know what I'm missing.
Yeah, I don't care to know either. Margot Robbie is not supposed to play Barbie.
No,
No.
I disagree. I 100% disagree.
Oh, come
Margot
on.
Robbie for Barbie.
Understand, I'm not dissing it, all right? I'm not. I'm sure it's a good movie, and I'm sure it's got great commentary. More than just being based on a toy, it's about gender roles and the patriarchy, all that stuff. I'm just not interested in seeing it. Okay, maybe I'll see it on video with a lot
I'll
of
be right
beer,
back.
but I'm not interested in
Right,
paying to see it.
Watch out for the truck.
I
I'm
really
sure
Did he
it's
just
fun.
beam
I'm
out?
sure
Did
it's
you
funny.
see that?
I'm sure it's funny.
No,
I'm
he
sure
got
it's
wrapped.
very
Yeah,
funny.
he beat
We're all
out.
How did Professor? Did you beam out, Professor? Did you do that seriously? He walked away.
Yeah, he did.
He beamed out. I
No,
should say.
without
Yeah.
being
He's a
out.
tech whiz.
We're all left behind.
Or he's a Q, one or the other. But he did something. He did vanish.
Looks like John, we're wrong,
Well,
dude.
it's a time lord.
The raptors happen, and
I think he's
Professor
hidden in
X.
John's beard.
We're left behind. We're screwed.
Uh-oh.
He's hidden in John's beard. You remember that movie, The Grinch, that stole Christmas, where they said the entire story takes place on a snowflake? I think our entire story takes place inside John's beard.
Wouldn't surprise me. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me I'm itchy because John's beard keeps rubbing up
That's
against
no
me?
moon.
Yes.
Is that where we take place? I'm kidding. Bad joke.
Professor, when you left, it looked
I
like
don't
you
like
actually
that.
beamed away or you vanished.
Hey,
How did you do
Bad
that?
joke.
Is that special
Mercer?
effects? How you,
I've
want
obviously
eggs
got a
now.
green. Sorry, Mercer. I've got a
Yeah.
green screen
okay.
and I'm using OBS. I just turned off the camera.
But the way it looked was great. It looks like you literally just beamed out or vanished. Yeah, that's it. Gone. That's it. There he goes. I love it. Perfect.
So what did you do? Did you tell a bad joke? No. I actually laid an egg. Are they big eggs? They are quite large, yes. That scene cracks me up every time. Well, if you got another one in you, then I'll take the omelet.
Thomas, I'm not sure which would be worse, actually.
That's a tough call.
That is a tough call.
By the way, I haven't seen any of the new Strange New Worlds episodes yet.
Don't.
From season
No, they're
2.
good. They're good. They're
It's a good call,
good.
Mercer.
Just do it. Enjoy it.
I might spend the $10 so I can watch
that's-
Transformers and those episodes.
It's worth it. It's better than
No.
Discovery.
No, just
Just do it.
I might do it. I
SNW.
might just spend the $10 because I know the Transformers movie which I didn't see has come out on Paramount Plus as well.
It has problems, but it's better than what we've seen in a long time. That's all I'm going to say. I know it. I
I'll
know.
watch it. Once I
it.
get
There
some
were-
beer in me, I'll watch it. I have a new job
were-
interview on Tuesday.
Asking for some screen time for a second. There is a user on Trek Movie who I really got a blast, Kevin B, who left a really nasty comment as somebody was saying, "Oh, SNW sucks" on it. He responded with, "SNW had some really great episodes, and my favorite ones were the time travel episode, the musical episode, and the court-martial episode."
Yep.
Naming
wow.
2 of the 3 episodes that destroyed all 57 years of Star Trek history. Of course, somebody on Trek Movie would like this.
Yeah, they're for the agenda that's going around with the woke generation.
Totally wiped it out. And
but
this whole
does it-
thing about
does it-
3 different timelines is bunk because Akiva Goldsman's saying it's one big timeline, and he's changed it, which means Star Trek from 1966 to 2005 do not exist anymore.
No.
It's gone.
But here's a question: does it gut the timeline, or does it kind of brush up against
there was a
it?
channel.
I mean,
It guts it.
Yeah.
Completely guts it.
You're saying it guts it because I'm kind of looking at it a little bit. I'm kind of holding one hand against my eye and say, okay, I'm watching it one eye open, one eye closed. I'm like, maybe, all right, it's not gutting it, but it's shifting it a little bit this way. It's changing a detail here or there.
Podcast where he said,
Listen to Trocheos. I cannot talk with my missing teeth.
The problem with the brushing up against it versus gutting it, it guts it because if you go back, even in dialogue, from TOS and the Wrath of Khan, because these individuals have such a big hard-on for Khan,
right?
Like they can't get enough of Khan and screwing him up. By removing him, simply removing him from the 1990s, you eliminate TOS, TAS, TNG, DS9, Voyager, Enterprise, and all of the movies up to Nemesis. Eliminated just by that one stupid decision that Akiva Goldsman made. And he did that intentionally to tell us to sit down and shut up.
And in reality, it would take out the Kelvin timeline, too, if it takes out Nemesis and...
Yes, it would.
Supernova takes place after that.
It does because of Khan himself being into darkness. Gone.
There was
Kelvin universe is also gone.
Well, but that could have. I mean, all right. In Into Darkness, he could have still been in the 1990s. No, they didn't mention when he was launched into space, right? They didn't mention that, did they? So the Kelvin timeline could have kept Khan's original continuity, is what I'm trying to say.
But my point is,
a 300-year-old frozen man.
Right.
Kirk said it. And the math adds up to, Kirk said it in his arguments. What?
You wouldn't have Picard and Spock working together to try to save Romulus and the Romulan people, and you wouldn't have Spock and Nero going into the Kelvin verse.
Mm-hmm.
So it wipes it all out.
I just kind of ignore anything that they do. Like if I watch it, I just kind of consider it separate in my mind, just like somebody else's interpretation of Star Trek. I mean, nobody can ever wipe out, all the shit that I've grown up with. Sorry to use a bad word there, but it is what it is. So
damn it, Mercer, stop it!
Look you want to cut them out? They put out for Star Trek Day. It's an insult to old fans.
Yeah.
All right. Putting aside Khan's birthday for a minute. All right, if we put that down a little bit, what else is really bugging you about the Strange New Worlds? How it's?
No, I was going to mention quickly. There was a podcast. Yeah.
Mikey, go ahead.
Canon. And very soon, Paramount Plus will take off TOS, TNG, DS9, Voyager, Enterprise, and all the Trek movies. So
that was the other thing I meant to ask too. Was did Colonel Green have anything to do with the eugenics wars?
Yes,
he's a way behind.
Actually, Colonel Green's original story, which is very little of it, was, and I think it was touched up in the novels, which the 1990s novels was pretty good, where you had Colonel Green who
he was ancient.
Just did the genocide of everybody that had radiation sickness from nuclear fallout. I don't know if that was eugenics wars, but there's also another theory that Brian, not Fuller, the director from X-Men, Brian Singer, yeah.
So
when he came up with the original story called Star Trek Federation, which took place during the Romulan Wars, a little bit after Enterprise, and the main antagonist's name was Tiberius, who was the descendant of augments, and he led the whole assault against the Romulans, and it was because of Tiberius that Earth was victorious in the war. But the theory that Brian Singer put forward was that all of the people that we know in Trek today, all of the humans, they're all augmented in some way because of Colonel Green's massacre. The augments were able to survive the radiation fallout from the nuclear horror, whereas normal people were not, and Colonel Green exterminated them all.
So what you're saying is that Khan was originally First Nations. That's what the Canadian natives are, First Nation. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying that.
Khan's Hindu.
Oh, okay.
Khan's supposed to be Hindu.
A Sikh. They said it right. He's a Sikh warrior.
That's right. Not Hindu. I'm sorry. I just insulted a lot of people from India.
Indian Sikh.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
We don't know.
It's a joke. They made him Indian in the episode, but he's in Canada. He's in Canada in the episode.
Right.
As a child, so he's
in Toronto,
Indian.
The lab is in Toronto, right?
Nice.
Yeah,
the New Singh Institute instead of like the Chrysalis Foundation.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Greg, what's his face, the author, created, which was really good. Oh yeah, those novels were actually pretty good too. How everything Greg, gosh, I forgot his name. He had this whole Khan series of novels that came out and explained how it was all like a shadow war.
Stevens?
No, it was Greg Cox, I believe.
That's it. Thank you, Greg Cox.
Yeah.
I actually spoke to him on Facebook a little while, a couple years ago.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really well done, and it solved a lot of fill-in-the-blank questions like what happened after Gillian Taylor disappeared? What happened to all of the Klingon tech that was taken off of Chekhov when he boarded the Enterprise and got captured?
His face.
what happened to Gary Seven and what was Gary Seven's involvement in the eugenics wars?
Mm-hmm.
And how come we didn't hear of it on the news?
Yeah.
He addressed all of that. And he also took us to SETI Alpha 5.
This is SETI Alpha 5.
SETI Alpha 6.
This is not SETI Alpha 6.
6 months after we
SETI Alpha 5.
Admiral never bothered to check.
This was a lot of topics. I was going to ask John, do you tutor geometry also? Geometry?
Normally, I tutor algebra related topics.
Okay. Because I did terrible in geometry in school.
Maybe you can settle this once and for all.
Curious.
I'm going to put him in the chat. Hold on. I believe it was 6, and I can only do this by computer. And it was...
It's even on Space Seed, they had a little bit fuzzy. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they refer to the eugenics war as World War III? Or I should say, didn't Spock refer to that war as World War III?
Your last world's war.
Right.
Hang on.
So it's fuzzy. It's not.
What they had, yeah.
It's there, but it's not there. Different, right?
There's a specific year for the launch of the ship.
1997. 1996.
There's a math problem for you. Can you settle this one once and for all?
Oh yeah, I think I've seen problems like that before.
Remember your order of operations, PEMDAS, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of shaky because if you follow PEMDAS, it's one thing, but if you add something to PEMDAS that is not explained in the order of operations, it's another
the exponent.
Can I say something? The idea that Star Trek has to follow modern history, like they keep pushing dates back because they haven't happened,
right?
I think is ridiculous.
Preach.
I mean, Star Trek.
I agree.
What I mean? Like, and that's the one thing I disagree with a certain other person on. But yeah, this idea that it's the only way to hold out hope that Star Trek could actually happen is a bunch of the idea, like,
preach the good word.
Star Trek universe, the 90s is when Khan happened, okay, or whatever, and it's not the real 90s; it's a fictional 90s. It's just that's the way I think. I'm sorry, that's all I'm going to say.
But if Khan happened in the 90s, or let's say the 2030s, just because that's where it's going, right? Or actually later, because he was a kid in the year 2023 or 2024, right? When did she go back in time? What year was that?
Probably 2022, I think it was.
So she went back to 2022 with Kirk, right? La'an and Kirk.
Yeah.
He was a child, so he was only about 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever he was there, right?
I thought he went back in 2020.
Was it 2020? Is that where they went back to? Well, whatever the case is.
It doesn't matter because I
thought it was
got
2022.
So that means that does it affect First Contact is what I'm trying to get to. Because First Contact was
2063.
63, April.
And it takes place approximately 10 years after World War III, which would be 2053.
But hold on a second. Spock said World War III was in the 1990s, right? Where he referred to it, the Third World War, right? So then
Spock would he also said in that same scene, records from that time period are fragmented.
Yeah, he did.
Right.
So and Spock is not the best at Earth history.
No,
I'm sorry. He's not.
Bear skins and stone knives. That's all he has to work with. Yeah.
Because there is another episode where Spock mentions the number of deaths in World War III, and it's a lot less than the number of deaths than they mentioned, for example, in First Contact.
Well, Space Seed, he said, what, 30 some odd million, 34 million
That
or
was
something?
a lot of detail for it.
It's in the episode, I believe it's in Breads and Circuses, where he mentions 37 million.
37 million. It was Breads and Circuses. You're right. Because he said they avoided your First World War, your Second World War. He was comparing the civilizations. I remember that. Yeah.
But I think it's an issue where, like you said, Spock, Earth history is probably not his level of expertise. Plus, like you said, the records were fragmentary.
Mm-hmm.
I think he might be conflating the eugenics wars with World War III, but when they were two separate events.
And it really depends on the writer of the show, too, right? I mean, each writer is going to have a different take on it. They didn't have a Bible back then in the early 60s. In season 1 of TOS, there wasn't a Star Trek Bible yet, right? It was all being kind of written as they go. And then now, later on, years and years later, then they've created Bibles, and there's canon, and there's this, and there's that. Thou shalt write this way, thou shalt not this way. Here's the timeline. They
Which
didn't have
they
those
threw
tools
out.
early on. What's that?
They threw it out.
Yeah.
What's the,
But
And burned it.
all right. So if we
Wait,
push,
the
I'm going to say it again.
technical-
We put
the
Khan to the
technical
side.
Oh,
If we
yeah,
put
by the
Khan
way,
to the side. What else is bugging you about Strange New
Hang-
Worlds?
Hang on.
technical
Yeah.
track.
Well, Mikey's talking. Okay.
I don't like the characters. Any of the characters.
I think Anson Mount's doing a fine job as
He's
Pike.
fine. He's okay. He's the only character I kind of like, but everybody else feels like entitled millennials rather than Starfleet officers.
Okay.
Omnicast, you were saying?
I was saying if we just put the Khan timeline continuity aside, just aside for 1 second, what else is this show really gutting? Because I know it's brushing up against canon, but what else is it gutting?
Gorn.
All right, hold on. But I'll make this point again. If you watch Arena, they couldn't get a good identification on the ship or who was attacking them. They couldn't see them. They couldn't see the
Kirk
ship.
was an upcoming officer. I'm sorry. Kirk was an upcoming officer. He was going to be a first officer of a starship at the end of season 2 of Strange New Worlds, supposedly.
Yes.
He should know about the Gorn if there's such a big threat. If he's going to be the first officer of a starship. He didn't know what a Gorn was in Arena.
Well, they didn't know who they were chasing. That's my point. If you watch it closely, they didn't know. They couldn't get an ID on the ship because it was too far ahead of them.
But the Metrons had to tell Kirk
about the Gorn.
That his opponent was a Gorn.
Yes.
Yeah, Kirk saw them face to face in Strange New Worlds multiple times.
Well, that was that's true. He was on the planet in the last episode, right? No, he wasn't there. No,
he wasn't there.
He wasn't in the last episode.
He wasn't in the last episode. He wasn't there. Yeah.
But again, they know what the Gorn look like.
Also, in Arena,
Yeah.
when they were on the planet, Cestus 3,
Yes.
Spock scans this life form, and he doesn't recognize it. Like he's never seen it before.
But there was an
It's
interference
cold
field
blood.
going on. They were messing with the tricorder readings, right? I mean,
he wasn't down on the planet, but they had a transmission of the fight up to the ship. The Metrons sent it up to the ship.
The Metrons were projecting it, right?
Originally, when they got the Cestus 3.
When they're on Cestus 3.
Cestus 3. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah. Sorry, go ahead,
Chapel also breaks continuity.
No, I was going to ask a question of John. Now, Michael Okuda, right, was mostly in the technical aspect of TNG, but in the original series, who was the predecessor to Okuda? That gave the Klingon language to.
Dean, I think was his name.
Sorry, what was that?
What was his name?
Well, Gene L. Kuhn was basically the showrunner.
He was the showrunner producer, first 2 seasons. Yeah, not the last one.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but who was the one that basically, before Okuda?
The production designer, I don't know. I don't know who that would be.
Matt Jeffries designed a lot of the stuff.
Right.
That would be Matt Jeffries.
Jeffries? Oh, Jeffries. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Jeffries. Okay. Thank you. No, I just wanted that answered.
But someone said something about Chapel being a problem with the continuity, too.
Chapel is a problem.
So hold on, but they mentioned Corby. So she's leaving the ship right now, right? She's going to go fall in love with Corby now and then, or whatever, get married or almost get married to him, get engaged. It's going to happen. And she returns to the ship. It doesn't bother me.
The problem is that her original assignment to the Enterprise was solely to find Corby. In the original series, it was established that
they said
it was her first time on the Enterprise was to find Corby.
That's why she joined the ship.
That was a line. I don't remember that exact line from that episode. I don't remember that one.
Episode. It wasn't.
What are little girls made of?
Well, right.
That's the episode.
Right.
That's what the android bodies, right? With the
Yes.
Meet the android.
And that was her only reason for joining the Enterprise. She had it was never established that she had joined the Enterprise prior to that. It was established that this was her first posting on the Enterprise.
Well, maybe they could say that it was she joined the Enterprise again just to find Corby, right? I came back again. They just could have put one word in there and it would have solved it, right? I mean, it's not I can work around that is what I'm trying to say. It's not gutting it for me.
T'Pring?
T'Pring.
Another one.
Okay.
T'Pring? Nobody's ever seen T'Pring.
That's true. Since he was a child, right?
Right. Nobody's ever seen T'Pring in TOS.
That's an interesting point. And Uhura said, "Oh, she's beautiful." Uhura would have already seen her.
Who is she?
Right.
She
Right.
meant to bring.
She meant to prank. That's a problem. All right. I'll give you that one. I'm not going to argue that one. That's you got it. You win.
Next is Mabenga.
Hold on, Mabenga. That's okay. But what's wrong with him?
Mabenga.
He's a murderer.
Well, it was a Klingon war. People did things. Okay, let's leave it at that.
He murdered his own Starfleet
after the
comrades.
war. He killed the ambassador after the fact.
He had problems, man. He had some issues, and the ambassador was pushing the issue though.
And
he said, "Leave me alone. Don't make me angry, Mr. McGee. You won't like me when I'm angry."
No excuse. No excuse for him to get away with murder. None. He should have been taken off the roster at least until the flight recorders confirmed that he did kill this ambassador. Flight recorders are apparently not a thing on the Enterprise anymore.
Yeah, that was bad.
La'an can't do her job.
And Pike was very, very cool about that. Almost too cool. Yeah. That was murder on his ship, and that's a no bueno. The Klingon ambassador, no less. Yeah, that was no good. Yeah.
Imagine if Worf killed Duras on the Enterprise. Worf would be.
Well, he almost did. He killed him on the other ship, but I mean, he practically did.
Ship, right.
He got a reprimand too for that.
It was technically in Klingon jurisdiction since it was on the Klingon ship. So,
but Picard gave him a reprimand.
Picard can only do so much.
Yeah.
If it was on the Enterprise, if it was in guest quarters.
And he gave him a final warning too. He goes, "Don't ever do that crap again." He's like, "We're not playing that here." Yeah,
there would be no final warning if it was on the Enterprise.
Yeah, that would be it. He'd be done. He'd be toast. Yeah. All right, you make some good points, but
the day nobody liked it.
So Mbenga, Chapel, Khan's birthday,
and why wouldn't Kirk know about Khan?
No,
because of La'an. Khan.
Because of La'an. Yeah.
Yeah. Why did they do this with her? Because I like the character of La'an, but why does she have to be related to Khan? That makes absolutely no sense.
Because somebody's in the bathroom having a prison date over Khan.
Yeah, it's not good. That they're pushing it too far now.
They're obsessed with Khan.
Because you know why? There's no descendants. Like, all right, anyone's last name that was Hitler is no longer Hitler anymore. Like, they've changed it 80 years ago. Right? Even if your last name was Hitler, it's no longer. You change it to something else, right? There's no more Hitlers anymore because of what that man did. There should be no more Khans or like whatever. Noonien Singh, Noonien Singhs is what there should be no more of after his reign, right? They want to disassociate themselves with him, his descendants anyway.
Well, I think one of the reasons they did that is so they could create a tragic backstory for how she was persecuted as a child, because everybody in the Federation is racist now.
And she was persecuted
too.
By her own people. Then she was a Gorn snack, I guess, at one point, or whatever she was. She was raised on a Gorn planet.
She was supposed to be a snack, yeah.
Yeah, that was odd. Yeah, they're almost making her too damaged. She's too traumatized as a character. But I end up liking her though. Now. What's that?
Sorry, I say everybody has a tragic backstory now.
Yeah, with Uhura, with the parents all the time talking about that every 5 seconds.
PTSD in this universe.
Yeah,
every
but at least
time the Gorn are brought up, she's like the main character, and she's in a bad mood, and she knows everything about the Gorn. I hate that character.
She's yeah. That episode with Kirk, she was pretty good. I mean, they're trying to make her more of a human, I think. But
I didn't see that. I didn't see anything from season 2. The point is, these characters, none of these characters interest me. Like, except for Pike, none of these. Spock isn't Spock. I mean, Peck is doing what he can. I don't blame him.
Yeah, he's doing what he can.
Spock doesn't feel like Spock at all, and none of the other characters I like. I hate Ortega's. I hate La'an. I hate number 1 is boring. I don't like Mbenga. I'm sorry, maybe Chapel is the only one I like because she actually has some energy, but in general, I don't like the characters.
Why would Spock?
Everything would be okay with La'an. You could keep her backstory saying she's a Gorn survivor and everything else. If we've never seen the Gorn in Strange New Worlds, I would be fine with her character's backstory. But it's used as a key for the plot device of a major villain.
Yeah, they shouldn't have unpacked that. They shouldn't have leaned into that. It's like what they're doing with Mandalorian when they're leading into actual Mandalorians without helmets. It was good as like a backstory, but when you actually do it, it's stupid. I hate these new shows, man. I hate them all.
Professor, I'm sorry. What were you going to say? Professor, you were going to say something?
So why would they have Spock not know how to act Vulcan when he has all the memories of how he acted like a Vulcan? They had to have the human cast tell him, how to act like a Vulcan. That stupid story where they made him completely
That was
human.
That was bad.
Oh my God, that just drove me nuts. I wanted to throw my TV out the window.
And
But
that's
they had the
another.
one with
They
the
destroyed
apple.
the character.
What about the apple?
Akiva Goldsman and what's his name, Alex Kurtzman, in their bathrooms they have two posters. They've got a poster of a naked Khan and a poster of a naked human Spock. And they do their business. See the gesture I'm doing? As a matter of fact, I will. They muted myself for that. They do their business.
Jesus.
While writing these things. I'm not trying to be vulgar. That's what they've done. Because all you get is Khan, human Spock, human Spock, Khan.
I mean, yeah, we've seen Spock sing before. We've seen him act emotional before in the original series. So
yeah, but not like this.
No, I didn't see this episode.
Yeah,
from
Tokyo,
this
you gotta
Which one?
throw Roberto Orsi in it too. It's not just Akiva Goldbrick and Kurtzman. It's also Orsi's fault. Roberto is just as responsible.
Orsi,
Roberto
Orsi
Orsi.
and JJ tried to do something unique with the content. I'm not defending that half of the movie. Into Darkness started off as an epic movie until that very scene where he says, "My name is Ka."
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
That was, and then the rest of the movie was just awful after that.
It's awful.
But they tried something that didn't work. I mean, it's the epitome of throwing poop at a fan and seeing what sticks to the blades or what gets thrown away. I mean,
or what sticks to the wall. Yeah.
The only part I liked is when they talked to Prime Spock and he said he was the worst adversary that they've ever faced or something like that. Was what
yeah.
Was
the something adversary they've ever faced. He's brilliant and he's ruthless and he will not hesitate to kill every single one of you.
That conversation was cool. I did like that. I'll admit it. All right, yeah. I mean, it was good.
Great.
Yeah. So to get to that, we had to see all that garbage.
Dangerous adversary, I think. Hang on.
Something like that. Yeah.
Noonian Singh. Adversary. Let me see if I can get the line.
And the whole first
Dangerous.
episode.
I'm still surprised that
I think Dangerous. Yeah, I think it was Dangerous.
Mikey.
Yeah, no,
Mikey.
I was just saying I was still surprised to this day that I was just still surprised to this day that Spock was the one who created the Kobayashi Maru scenario in the first place, and then built a very first futuristic prison cell that's supposed to be unbreakable, or that you can't break out of. Still
well, he didn't make it. He tested it.
I thought he did.
He designed dream anyway.
He didn't design it, did he?
No, he tested it on him.
He tested it out. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he said they had the most brilliant mind in the Federation try to break free from the prison, and they couldn't do it. And yes, he did have pointed ears because it was Spock.
And it was also in Kirk's dream.
That too.
Yeah, that was a dream.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see Spock making the Kobayashi Maru. That doesn't break Star Trek 2009, even though it wasn't. You could put half of that movie in the actual Trek, the main Trek timeline. It wouldn't break it.
Until they blow up Vulcan, then it's over, right?
Well, that part, that's gone.
That's
the Kelvin
turning Kirk from cadet to captain in a day.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
I didn't say the whole movie. I just said a little couple.
Oh yeah, I know.
But it was still. I liked it. I liked 2009. Now, Was it Star Trek? I didn't recognize it, but I still liked it. I didn't hate it. It didn't
Thank you.
insult anything.
I have a prediction though. I think Strange New Worlds is going to get even better because look, even the Next Generation had a lot of problems in season 1 and 2. A lot. All right. So if we can hold out for 3, and let's hope they shake things up a little bit and they sharpen up a bit. There were some glimmers of hope. Like that last episode of season 2 was good Star Trek. I know you hate the Gorn. I got it. Let's say it. You don't think so?
It breaks Scotty wide open.
How's that?
They made Scotty a bumbling idiot. They took the 2009 Scotty and used him as an archetype.
They did. They didn't use Jimmy Doohan as an archetype. You're right about that. That's true.
But
He never pronounced his rank in the
They use Simon
British
Pegg.
form.
Yeah.
He never pronounces his
Yeah,
rank in the
Simon
British
Pegg.
form, like they insisted that they did here, for racist reasons, I guess. I don't know why. They made him an accidental genius, and they made his penchant for being a miracle worker based upon Pelia.
Right. She's the reason he's a genius. She taught him everything he knows, basically, right? It's her. It's not him, it's her. Yeah.
Exactly.
I get it.
Thomas
Yeah.
is going to laugh at me.
Half.
At times he sounded Russian. I thought he was
Yeah.
Chekhov.
What nationality is that actor? I didn't even look it up.
He is
American?
Scottish.
Oh, he is?
No,
Okay.
he is Scottish. And I think he was trying to do a James Doohan and it came out Russian half the time.
Jason Isaacs does a better Scotty, and he did that in Discovery. He did well, it wasn't directly Scotty, but
I was going to say, okay, yeah.
but Jason Isaacs, I believe, is Scottish. If I'm not mistaken.
Welsh or something.
He dropped
Isn't
his
he
American
British or
accent.
something?
Yeah. He dropped his American accent to do that little quip in that episode of Discovery.
Yeah. All right. I just have hope. And it gives us something to talk about as well. Obviously, I mean, that's not Discovery, thankfully. I have hope. I'm gonna stay cautiously optimistic, and I can overlook some of these little things. And I challenge you to rewatch Arena and to look at it again and see that if you listen to it very carefully, you can kind of almost see. All right, not that the writers did that, by the way. The writers of didn't watch Arena that closely. They just kind of winged it. They said, "Oh, let's pick the Gorn. Let's just do it, and we'll figure it out." It's an interesting alien. We have CG effects now that can make them look realistic and evil and sinister, like Jurassic Park, and they're crawling around like dinosaurs. I mean, I understand why they chose them, but I can get around it. I can put aside the early moments of Arena and make it work. In my head, I can kind of make it fit. But
I would have came up with calling them. Thank you for letting me back in, by the way. StreamYard's been kicking my arse tonight. No, you know what? I would have just called them the reptilians. They keep saying that we have reptilian alien races that live on Earth. I would
what
just
the Cindy reptilians?
Yeah.
Bring them back. They could have.
the reptilians. Yeah, exactly.
Just make him something else.
I've got the script for Arena up on my screen right now.
Okay.
Metron was the first one who mentioned the word Gorn. He said, "We have prepared a planet with a suitable atmosphere," which was not Cestus 3. You will be taken there, as well as the captain of the Gorn ship, which you have been pursuing. So they didn't know who it was until the Metron said it was the Gorn.
Correct.
Next scene, in the planet's surface, a dinosaur-like being, the Gorn. Okay, so Kirk says off screen, the Enterprise is dead in space. All right, so this is Captain's log. Stopped cold during her pursuit of an alien raider by mysterious forces, and I have been somehow whisked off the bridge and placed on the surface of an asteroid, facing the captain of the alien ship. Weaponless, I must face this creature the Metrons call a Gorn. He's never seen him before. Large reptilian, almost like humans. I seem to have an instinctive revulsion to reptiles. I must fight to remember that this is an intelligent, highly advanced individual. So they raped the Gorn, period, end. And yeah, Kirk magically forgets all of his Gorn encounters in Strange New Worlds.
Maybe he wasn't briefed. Maybe it was classified or something. Maybe he wasn't briefed on the Gorn. Who knows? I mean, did you saying he saw the Gorn on screen? Because I don't remember that. Which episode was he in? In the first season, he dealt with the Gorn.
It was second season.
Kirk. Kirk?
I don't believe Kirk saw the
No, that's what-
Gorn. However, like I said, he is going to be a first officer of a starship.
Right.
And
you'd be briefed on this somehow.
Starfleet is all concerned about the Gorn.
Robert April, yeah. So
Uhura would have said
I'm
something in
sure
Arena.
they're going to let their command crew on all the starships know about the Gorn. Hey, this is something you have to watch out for.
Uhura.
So what you're saying is they're going to make them. Sorry.
So you got Uhura, you got Chapel, you got Mabenga. We're all there.
And Spock.
We're going to be on, and Spock, of course.
Right.
Yes. They're all going to be there in TOS, but nobody says anything about the Gorn. And yet when Spock is on the Cestus 3, he scans this creature. He says it's not human, it's cold-blooded, but he didn't know what it was. He'd never scanned it before, obviously.
I think the readings were inconclusive because they were interference. That's all I'll just say. I could be injecting that. It may not have been in the script, but I can interpret it that way, that they were interfering with his scans. He couldn't get a clear scan. It was inconclusive. He saw something up there in the ridge. He didn't know what it was.
I still think that Kirk should have known what a Gorn was before that episode.
That's the only issue.
Here it is.
Well,
Here it is,
the thing
guys.
that scares me, the thing that scares me is that
hang on,
they can make the Gorn. I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm going to put this to bed right now. All right, so they're back to the teaser of Arena. They're all on the planet. McCoy, they're looking for survivors. McCoy goes, Captain, over there. Careful, Spock. As I say, careful. Shock radiation burns and internal injuries for certain. He's in a bad way, Captain. Keep him alive, Bones. I want to know what's been happening here. Spock, getting another life reading, Captain. Survivors? Not survivors. Not warm-blooded. Living creatures, but not human. Where? Azimuth. 93 degrees, range 1570 yards. So if there's no interference, there's no anything, the readings are clear on the planet, number one. Number two, Spock would definitely have recognized Gorn because he's had multiple contact with the Gorn in season 1 of Strange New Worlds.
Yep.
Well, in season 2, he killed one.
Right.
He killed one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In space.
And it was an adult Gorn. It wasn't, one of the young ones.
Younglings.
So are you saying they're going to make the Gorn like the new baddies?
Mikey, you're breaking up.
I didn't get that, Mikey. Yeah.
Younglings. Yeah.
We didn't catch that, Mikey. You broke up a lot.
He might be lagging back
Yeah, I think so.
in the land of lag.
And he might be talking right now, and we're just not hearing him.
Yeah. We'll be little spinning icons on his desktop in just a second.
Yeah, you.
Arena destroys all of Strange New Worlds.
If you take it 100% literally, I can see what you're saying. The captain's log there and Spock not getting a good tricorder reading. But when they're chasing the ship is that's when the light went off in my head. I'm like, they never got a good reading on the ship. And I'm like, that's so it kind of plays. But I see that all this thought that you and I and all of us are putting into this, the writers of Strange New Worlds absolutely did not. They didn't care to even think about or watch Arena to the point where they're saying, well, okay, we can't do this because Kirk said this or Spock did that. They don't care. So, but I don't think they're also going out of their way to destroy the continuity as well. I think they're dancing around it, but they're not trying to destroy it. They're just trying to,
Yeah,
mess with it a bit.
I don't think a baby tries to destroy your cell phone when it takes a dump on it by accident.
Fair enough.
It wants to play.
Monkey with a machine gun. Yeah.
It's been destroyed. Whether or not it was intentional is remains to be seen, but it has been destroyed.
It's been destroyed.
And they could have avoided it so easily, like just making up a new species.
I think what they're trying to do is is that the Vulcan Science Academy or the Science Institute must have already known that the Gorn existed. I just don't understand it. Why Spock wouldn't know if he was going to be a candidate for the Vulcan Science Institute because he's in Starfleet. When the Science Institute told him about the Gorn in the first place, and he just didn't remember.
There's no evidence for
That could be a possible continuity issue.
Well,
There's no evidence
the
for
issue is, the clear intention from Arena is that nobody's seen the Gorn before, any of them.
Correct.
Completely new,
It was
completely
a new
species.
threat.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
was supposed to introduce a new
New
enemy
threat.
to TOS to join the Klingons and the Romulans, which,
And
just like
Borg.
the Romulans, never played out. We've seen the Romulans twice in TOS, and that's it.
Yeah,
Technically 3 times, 4 times,
3
wasn't it?
times.
well, hold on.
There was
Balance
a-
of Terror, the
Four
Enterprise
times,
incident.
yeah.
What's the other?
What are the other 2 in TOS?
Pattern
Um,
of force.
Deadly Years.
We saw their
Deadly
ships.
Years.
Deadly Years.
Oh, Deadly Years. Yeah, that's true.
And wasn't there a
Journey to
Romulan
Babel?
in another episode?
Journey to Babel, but it wasn't. You didn't see a Romulan use a Romulan ship, though, right? It was messing with them.
It wasn't a Romulan. It was
Romulan
Orion, wasn't it?
representative.
Oh, Orion. That's
No,
right,
there was
yeah.
another
Yeah.
episode where they mentioned the Romulans. There's the hippie episode. We never saw them. I don't know if that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, the
Which
hippie
is a
one.
shame. The Romulans are awesome. I can't believe that
I know, right?
JJ did them wrong like that.
Huh.
The Romulans were awesome. I wanted to know more about the Romulans than I did about the Klingons. I got tired of the Klingons in the 90s.
Yeah. Well, they tried. They brought him back quite a few times in Next Generation, right? But I think it just wasn't going
Well,
really
I
too
think
far,
Mark-
right?
I just love how the attention to detail to the Klingons and how rich they became.
That was Ronald D. Moore. That was all him. I mean, he wrote all those Klingon episodes mostly.
We're getting more about the Krill in Orville than we ever did about the Romulans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I like
another
the
thing that's
Krill.
interesting,
They're
the Romulans
good.
had the Romulans had a cloaking device before the Klingons did. That's the other interesting thing about TOS. The Romulans
Glory
had
to
the cloak.
Avis, to the shame of Hertz. Actually, I'm going to change that.
Okay, Gap. I'll let you do that at my stream next week. If you want.
As
It was
bad as
Gorn
that
and
episode
Enterprise, though.
was, Charades was worse.
Charades, yeah.
And Pike's just in his kitchen half the time.
Yeah, they're
The
definitely
musical
putting him
episode
back seat.
Make me physically ill.
It's
I'm
the
sorry,
Yes, sir.
Tokyo. What made you physically ill?
Yeah.
The musical episode.
Oh, God. God.
Well, we don't even want to remember.
It's
We don't even
catchy,
want to
though.
remember that.
Like I said, as bad as that one was, Charades was worse.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, to me it was. They destroyed the character of Spock in that episode. They obliterated Spock.
Spock was already screwed in the first place. That's the other naked poster that the producers have in their bathrooms next to Khan.
I would
It's
like the
Human
ship to
Spock.
go now.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Which,
Oh, God.
which Spock is naked? Is it the Zachary Quinto Spock or the Nimoy Spock?
I
Or
didn't
the
go
Southern
into
Spock?
detail of that. I just said it was just naked Spock. I didn't care which one it was. The fact that they have it is disgusting. Ugh.
Nimoy would never have said that line.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't have.
I would like the ship to go.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
No.
No, he'd
Quinto
never
would
say
never
that.
say that line.
I mean, if they made him, I guess he would. But I mean, he would probably try to change it
He would
somehow. He'd say, "Listen, Vulcan wouldn't say this. He would say something like that." And yeah,
Quinto Spock
Well-
was Tuvok. He definitely would not say that.
he's
Yeah.
Tuvok. Yeah,
Yeah, he's Tuvok. He played Spock as Tuvok.
yeah.
Right.
You can tell by his tones. I'm not complaining. I mean, it's a kind of a weird interpretation of Spock, but it worked for Quinto.
But it was he showed emotions though more than ever. Right? With the stuff with Uhura and just in general, his emotions were a lot closer to the surface than with Nimoy.
Yeah,
But-
he also didn't have the training that he would have had if the original timeline would have continued on.
Ah, I see. Okay, that's interesting. So that changed everything right there.
Yeah.
So his human.
Tokyo, do
Yeah,
you
but
think
see,
that
I didn't
Kirk has
get
a
it.
picture of Captain Kirk in his bathroom, Paul Wesley? No, I don't think so.
No, see, I didn't get it. I didn't get it that the fact that the different timeline Spock would be in love with Uhura when we knew in TOS that Christine Chapel actually had an affection for Spock.
No, there was a thing that Spock and Uhura did have in TOS. I cannot remember the episode, but there
It was the early one.
Implied, yeah, it was
until
implied there was something there.
Till the
really early on.
Capri incident.
Yeah.
So
because you could,
Which
it
one
was
was
in
it?
a
Naked
record
Time?
scene. He was
I
playing
never-
the lute, and she was Charlie X.
Charlie X.
Wasn't it Charlie X?
Vulcan
I think
has
so.
no moon. Yeah.
Well, that line was from the Man Trap, but yeah, the part where she was singing and he
Man
was
Trap.
playing, I think that was Charlie X.
Oh, yeah. I think the emotion was
maybe.
in Man Trap. Yeah, it was. I think it was those two combination of episodes where they
They were flirting on the bridge, weren't they? A little bit. They had that little scene on the bridge where they were flirting, or she was flirting with him anyway.
I think so. And you would think, though, that if she knew about T'Pring and Chapel, she would keep her distance, right?
But maybe Chapel that was dead already at that point. I mean, Chapel's already broken up with him at this now in Strange New Worlds. That's over with, right? And they're pretty much done at this point. And this is years before.
Yeah, and now we have
that
to go
scene would happen.
We have to go through like 6 episodes of emo Spock trying to get over Chapel.
Yeah, that I'm not looking forward to at
I'm
all.
not looking forward to that.
yeah,
then
Brad, well, that was a forced kiss. That was a forced kiss, not an affectionate one.
You're right,
That
Mikey. It
forced.
was.
John, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
The thing with Chapel is that, yes, Chapel had a crush on Spock, but Spock never had any interest in Chapel in TOS.
He threw soup at her.
It's true.
What the heck is this?
I would have asked for it.
Flow me soup. Flow me soup. His favorite. Yeah.
This is how you treat your ex-girlfriend. You throw soup at her. That's how you do it.
And
That's
then
right.
toss her out of your quarters.
Toss her out of your quarters.
Screaming at her for the captain. If I wanted the damn soup, I'd ask for it.
Captain, I request a leave of absence.
While playing with a shiv behind your back.
I love when he smashes the screen too. That's one of the favorite screens. That
Oh
that
yeah.
computer screen. He
When
just
comes
bashes
to
it
the
down.
Screen, yeah.
Oh, it's the birds and
I-
bees.
I was watching Charlie X the other day, the episode, and you know where they're playing the 3-dimensional chess, and of course Spock, gets an instant checkmate on him, so he melts to pieces. I'm like, okay, that'd be one way of being mad about a chess game. Just melt the damn pieces.
Hey,
Who cares?
Slightly changing the subject, Professor Brainy Specs, did you know that in the movie Interstellar, the word interstellar is only used once in the entire film, and it's used at the very middle of the movie?
That's interesting. I did not know that.
Wow.
Yes. It's only used once, and it's used at exactly the halfway mark in the film.
What
Just
was the
remind me what movie
line?
you're watching.
When Michael Caine says we must prepare for the reality of interstellar travel.
Oh, okay.
When he's walking out with
Very
the
cool.
wheelchair, when Murph almost figures out that he's been lying. She hasn't quite figured it out yet, but she almost figured
Okay.
it out.
That
And
reminds
he
me of the
kinda
roll
leaves.
credits.
He
I have to
doesn't-
watch the film again. Thank you, Mercer. Thank you.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome, but it's right halfway through the film, and it's only spoken once. What do you think about movies where the title is spoken out loud?
And
Like
you were
in
all
Back to the Future, he
astronauts
actually points
on
to the
some kind of
camera
Star
when he
Trek.
says the words "Back to the Future."
True.
roll credits. Movie's over.
Break the fourth wall. That's it.
Yeah, it doesn't actually. In Back to the Future, it works really well somehow. Even though he points directly at the camera and he says the words "Back to the Future."
So Brad Wolf says the only time I remember Spock
Next
having
Saturday
a thing for
night.
Chapel.
We're sending you back to the future.
After he was drugged, and then Chapel was kidnapped to be hostage. Which one was that? After he
That was
drugged?
from Mud's Passion. And so what was going on there is she
TAS.
Yeah, she bought.
TAS doesn't count, Mr. DeMarco.
She bought a. She had
TAS
to buy.
doesn't count, Brainy.
Chapel had to buy a love potion to
No.
use on Spock because Spock totally wasn't interested in her.
No,
Really?
TAS
Interesting.
is not
Interesting.
What was that,
Wow.
Mercer?
TAS is not
Mercer.
Star Trek. It doesn't. You put questions in
It
this.
is.
Well, sorry, we're having some connection problems.
Yes, beautiful.
You not learn,
What happened,
you not
Mercer?
learn from Jay.
What
It
happened?
was good.
Captain's prerogative. Nice.
And you
By
people
the way, I
all-
like Generations. Did I get me kicked out for liking Generations?
No.
I
No,
like
Generations
Generations.
was
It's a
fine.
good film.
I love
It's not-
Generations.
It's not fantastic, but it's
Underappreciated.
pretty good.
It's underappreciated.
I like First Contact also.
Precious little life.
Well, it is an excellent film.
Yeah, I like First Contact. Yeah, that's good.
Those two films had the best starship scenes ever, where you actually close up on a ship compared to somebody standing on its hull.
Mm.
Yeah.
Both
I
of
liked
those
how they
movies
had the
did an
sun
excellent
going
job with
through the
scaling.
windows.
You liked what, Mercer?
When they
Sorry.
had the sun going, like on the Enterprise D, actually everything is lit up by the sun outside rather than the lights. Like in
That
both
was
the Ready
lovely.
Room.
They should have
Both
done that
Ready Room
more, right? That
and,
didn't cost anything.
and
They could have
Ford.
done that a lot more throughout the series.
Yeah,
That kind of
But all they
lighting.
had it's not the cost though; it's more the time. They only had the time to set up a few key lights, and if there was an emergency, they could maybe dim the lights. That's all they had the time to set up.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good
Yeah, they
point.
did a good job when they were in orbit of the star.
Good night,
This
Cap.
same thing in orbit of the star.
Yeah,
Can I get?
Thanks for joining us, Cap.
that's how they
Yeah.
had more time. They had more time
Okay,
to get their cinematographer in there and actually
True,
set
true.
up some decent lighting. Alonzo, what's his name? Something Alonzo did the cinematography for Generations, and he really did something different, and I loved it.
I loved it
I
too.
loved Ready Room.
That was lovely.
Like
Yeah.
Voyager landed a few times, and they used to.
I'm
and they showed
bold
the
enough to
sunlight
mention
coming
that.
through the windows,
Yeah,
and that was like that kind of, But
I had massive problems with the Voyager landing sequences,
why?
especially,
they look terrible.
especially in 37s and Dragon's Teeth.
What was wrong with it?
The scaling,
Yeah.
scaling has been the number one sin of Star Trek. Period. End.
You mean the size of Voyager versus
all
the
science
landscape it was landing on? Is that what you're talking about? Or
all
Right.
science fiction.
Voyager stands from strut to top. Let's see, 15 decks. So you're looking at like
Yeah.
maybe 25, 30 stories tall.
okay,
Should dwarf that rock that it landed next to in the 37s and
That
should
was
actually
saying
have
in
been
Star Trek Five,
in competition with height.
Final Frontier,
with-
when
Hold on, Mikey.
Hang on.
the
Mikey,
stuntman
he
that
was-
they had for the best free fall presence.
he's so far behind. He was talking. Tokyo was talking. Hang on.
In Dragon's Teeth, when Voyager landed, it should have had competition versus the height of the buildings that it surrounded.
Right.
It didn't.
in Dragon's Teeth, I see what you're saying. So that means those buildings would have been like monstrous. They would have been like 150-story buildings or something. Okay, I got you. That makes
Gargantuan. They would have been gargantuan.
yeah, gargantuan, right?
Voyager should be as tall as the Nakatomi Tower.
Gargantuan.
Voyager should
Yeah.
be as tall
Nakatomi Tower.
as the Nakatomi Tower where Hans Gruber died.
Hans
I gotta
Gruber.
say, Gargantua is a huge black hole.
Indeed. Indeed. But Voyager landing or crashing in Timeless was well done.
That was great. That was great CG. They put a lot of love in that episode. That was the 100th episode, I believe, of Voyager, and
500th of Star Trek, I think.
500th of Star Trek. Yeah, that was that. They put a lot of extra love in that episode, and LeVar directed it. That was a great episode of Voyager. Yeah, really, really good.
They
landed in Nemo too, didn't they?
Hang on. Was that episode descended? So that the people descended from the abducted and had an amazing city, and all we got to see was nothing but the crew singing its praises. Yeah,
That's interesting. They did say they can take us on a tour of the city, but you never saw the city, right? They just talked about it. You never saw it. Yeah, they ran out of money.
You never saw it.
Yeah,
that's right.
They all went to the landing sequence. They didn't have anything left afterwards.
I mean, not much you could do in the year. Wait, what was it? 1980? It was 1980.
That was season 2. That was so 95, right?
95. Yeah,
95.
Yeah,
they probably filmed it in 94.
They were filming season 2 in 95. Yeah,
actually,
that was 95.
No,
wasn't the 37th the last episode? Wasn't 37th filmed as the last episode of season 1, but then they pushed it to season 2?
I
if I remember correctly, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Season 1 was only what? 13 episodes?
And then they did the ending episode where they
16.
actually the Kazon people
The
have to land on
Kazon.
some weird planet.
Well, that was on
Kazon.
Basics.
Yeah, the
Basics
Basics.
part 1, right? Or Basics part 2.
Hamakek,
Right.
I think, was the name of that world.
Hamakek.
Hamakek.
Well, that was where they were driving
No,
into. I think they took them to a different planet, right? Maybe it was Hamakek. I don't remember now.
I think,
But whatever.
yeah, I think they were driving them to the Hamakek because they were going to leave the crew because they left the crew on the planet. So I think that was Hamakek.
Because they set a course after the Kazon took the ship. They did warp
Well,
somewhere.
I was,
They
so
I don't know.
about, San Francisco Golden Gate and everything.
The Arena Cestus 3
Oh,
problem.
Endgame. Okay, yeah, that's true. You do see Voyager fly around in Endgame. Okay, how's that scale? Is that any better? You think, Tokyo? That's a good point. Mikey brought up.
The scale was
that
off because I do not believe Voyager could fit in a sphere.
Under the Golden Gate Bridge. Although he didn't fly underneath, it kind of flew around it. It didn't go underneath like the Klingon.
No,
ship
they
did,
flew
right?
by it.
He could have been. Oh yeah, he could have been up a couple hundred.
Yeah, he could have been up around it.
Have you guys ever noticed that when Nero drills next to the bridge, and then the also the dish from Mars that the Verteron dish that Paxton uses drills in the same spot next to the bridge?
No, that's interesting. I guess because Starfleet's there, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they both drill in like the water next to the bridge and almost exactly the same spot.
They're aiming for Alcatraz.
And the drill that. See, I notice these things when I'm bored sitting around watching Star Trek.
Welcome to the Rock.
Well, he was actually.
I gotta see that again.
He was actually aiming for.
I don't think he did the planet in that episode.
What?
No, I was going to answer why Mercer. I was going to answer why Nero shot where he shot. He knew that there was a seismic fault line, part of the San Andreas fault, crossing.
Right, they could get Superman to fix it.
There.
They get
Superman
to fix it.
but
Tokyo, what were you saying that you didn't notice?
He never hit Earth with the beam. He hit the moon. He targeted.
No. He hit the Earth at the end, but they changed the target so that it was in the water.
Yeah, it was in the water, but it was near a fault line. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Paxton.
Oh, okay. He might have been in the same place then.
Because they had to retarget it. They had like 30 seconds or something, and then Trip had to change the target or something. I don't remember specifically, but it was like one of those last-minute changes in the target coordinates.
Yeah. Okay.
Down the transcript. Hold on. Stand by.
We're gonna verify.
No, I just figured out why Nero
I can show you a
tried to
picture.
take
Hold
out.
on.
Yeah, I was trying.
I'm gonna show
I
you a
figured it out.
picture.
And I figured it had to have been the seismic fault, part of the San Andreas.
Didn't the Vengeance crash there too? Right. I mean, Starfleet headquarters.
Destroyed Alcatraz.
So that's definitely a bad place to be. Right by Starfleet headquarters, you're vulnerable to attack. And actually, there was an episode of Deep Space Nine where they show it smoking the Golden Gate Bridge in cinders. Right? Didn't the Jeopnerdy attack Earth? Or the Breen? The Breen attacked Earth. Right?
Shoot.
Well, they showed that. They showed that with the Zindi too. The Zindi attacked Earth.
Well, the Zindi attacked Florida.
Mercer's right.
And Earth.
Paxton gasps his Terra Prime forever. Passes out. And we see the beam hit San Francisco, the bay, harmlessly, apart from a tidal surge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a picture of it.
With a little help from you. Well, maybe a little.
I have a picture of it. Hold on, but I just screwed up. So it's in Trek Core. You can see a picture of it.
That poor Now I feel bad for that poor land mass underwater in San Francisco.
It's always getting hit.
Isn't
There's
that
starfleets there.
that's probably where the bird of prey went down and hit the water before?
Same spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That line from Picard season 3 was funny. They had a hard time finding it because the cloak reactivated.
I give them credit though; they actually mimicked the cloaking effect almost exactly like the movie. They spend a lot of attention to detail. You know that kind of primitive cloaking effect they use in Star Trek 4 and
Terry
3.
Matalas
I guess in 3,
did a
yeah.
fantastic job on season 3. I don't care what anybody says. I loved season 3.
The attention to detail.
There's
was
a
definitely
picture.
there.
I'm gonna buy that on Blu-ray when that comes out. But there's a picture of. I put it in the private chat. A picture of the beam.
Picard season 3.
It's in San Francisco. Yeah, I'm gonna buy Picard season 3. No, but I did a picture of the Verteron beam from the.
Oh, let me see.
From Mars.
I'd rather get TNG on Blu-ray.
I have TNG on Blu-ray.
I have all those already. Yeah.
And it has Seth MacFarlane
before
doing. Seth
it's taken
MacFarlane
off
did a
Paramount
commentary
Plus.
track, and he did one of the bonus features for TNG. He
I
did
dare
like a
anybody to read the
captain's
script for Terra
table, like
Prime.
a circle, and then he did commentary for Cause and Effect.
Who's that? Who are you talking about?
Seth
Captain.
MacFarlane.
Oh, Seth MacFarlane.
I dare anybody to read the script for Terra Prime as RoboCop. Whenever you get his lines, you just read as RoboCop.
I
I've
wish you
locked
would.
sequence. You can't stop from firing.
You can see the picture. Yeah, do you see the
Don't
picture?
move, creep. Come quietly, Tucker, or there will be
trouble.
Ah, beep you.
No smoking. Thank you for your cooperation.
Dude, did you see that picture where the girl's wearing the T-shirt where it says, "How about that one guy that got shot in the D in RoboCop?" Right? She's wearing a T-shirt with that, and she's taking it with the actors that played the guy that got shot in the dick.
Oh, that's funny.
Didn't they actually come out with an action figure?
Yeah, they probably did too.
He's in his plastic. It's from Kenner. He's grabbing a hole in his crotch.
Yeah, but that looks like very close to where Nero hit San Francisco in the alternate timeline.
And where the whale ship was bringing the water up, atomizing the water. It all happens right there. That's it.
Yeah,
San
it's like the
Francisco
key
Bay.
to the universe.
Yeah.
It's like the key to all the timelines right there. Like the one focal point of all the timelines.
Yeah.
That little point in San Francisco Bay.
That's funny.
Yeah, so is that where Alcatraz is? Is it supposed to be on that side, or
no?
Close enough.
No. But if you want to build a bridge, just learn from
on the other
Magneto.
side.
You remember that scene where Magneto used the bridge to walk to Alcatraz?
Yeah.
Nobody remembers that movie.
I do. That was funny.
So, John, did you solve Tokyo's equation yet in the chat here? The 6/2 times 1 + 2. Did you get that yet? Or
yeah, the way that one is written, I would do it basically left to right.
Okay.
Although, of course, you always have to do the parentheses first.
Right.
Yep. You add up the parentheses, you get 3.
Okay.
So then you go left to right. 6 divided by 2 is 3.
3.
And then 3 times 3 is 9.
9. Tokyo, is he right?
Again, there's two ways to solve this. If you go strictly by PEMDAS, instead of just doing left to right, parentheses, so 3, and then what's next? Multiplication. 3 times 2 is 6, and then division. 6 divided by 6 is 1.
So you're going right to left.
Going by the order of the letters
Operations.
that appear in the order of operations.
Well, the thing
I
about-
believe it's 1. Python says it's 9. Old calculators say it's 1.
Well, one of the things about the order of operations is that multiplication and division are considered to be on the same level. So if you have both of them in an expression, you evaluate it from left to right. At
It's
least
like
that's what I was taught.
Yeah, addition and subtraction are the same way, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct as
And
well.
so John, does that mean that in this case, if the answer is 9, that means that the asterisk is actually the multiplier, right? Between the 1
Yes, the
equation of the
asterisk
6
means
divided by
multiple.
2 and the 1 plus 2. Yeah.
It would really help to know what is in the denominator exactly.
Yeah, that's the
2 would be your
problem with this kind of
denominator.
things. If they're not, I mean, they're written this way on purpose to be confusing for these kind of questions.
Yeah.
That, you know,
For me.
you should use extra parentheses to you know exactly what's being done in what order. If it was like a properly formulated math problem.
Because if the 2 times the 1 plus 2 in parentheses is all in the denominator, you get a different answer.
Yeah, you get
Also
1.
true.
Because
I
then, in that case, you distribute the 2 as, if you eliminate the asterisk for the times there, you distribute the 2. So it would be 6 divided by 2 plus 4.
It would be 6 divided by 6, which would be 1.
6 divided by 6 would be 1. Right.
Yeah.
But you can also write it in a way where it's the fraction 6 over 2 times 1 plus 2.
Are you guys trying to
Which is 3
solve
times
Plan
3, which is
B?
9.
Are you
Right.
guys trying to solve Plan A?
So again, it would be very helpful to know exactly what's in the denominator. It's not really clear from that equation what is.
Right.
Jeff, are you guys trying to solve Plan A?
Or yeah.
This is like an
Plan A.
Newtonian brain teaser.
No,
I put
Jeff
this
got
problem
my
into
joke.
Python.
Fractal.
Problem with Python straight and it came up with 9.
Interstellar
got-
joke.
Yeah, it's
Interstellar
another,
joke.
it's another interstellar joke.
Right.
Because I have no idea what you guys are talking about, but
Thomas, I wish I could have kept up. But there's a little thing called money that you need to buy these things.
And they're not
Yeah.
cheap.
Oh god, they were expensive, and I got them as they came out. They released like one season every 6 months or so.
I got them on
What
sale
was it?
from Amazon when it was on sale. I got the entire Blu-ray set on sale, like really cheap one year.
Yeah, as they came out, I was buying them. And you're right, they worked. What were they? What were they? Like $80 or $70 each season or something like that? What the hell was it back then? When they first came out, I think it was like 60 or 70. Now you can get a whole compilation of all of them together.
Yeah,
know what
I'm
the-
looking up the current price of that on. It's $109.99 for the
See,
whole
that's cheaper.
series.
I should have waited and got the whole thing together, but I got them as they came out. Yeah.
You know,
They got
we
me.
know. What I was going to say
I
is
did
now that we
pre-order
got
Babylon
Blu-ray,
5 though.
You know, now
Good
Blu-ray is
man.
going to be considered. Yeah, but I was going to say Blu-ray is going to be considered obsolete once 4K gets going. Then everything will be 4K, and
I
Blu-ray will be
don't
obsolete.
I don't see 4K being a widespread format.
You know, I think the greatest spaceship film has got to be Wallace's rocket from Wallace and Gromit and The Grand Day Out, made out of wood. And they use it to get to the moon to have a picnic.
Thomas Potts.
Because the moon is made out of cheese.
Ouch.
Yeah, and they have like a living room on the rocket. They have like a replica of their living room on the rocket.
I thought the kids.
Oh.
I thought the kids from the Explorers had a great rocket. From the Explorers, the kids had a great one.
But yes, I pre-ordered my Babylon 5, and I think it was $100 right now on sale on Amazon. But they say if it
Right.
goes down before the release, they'll give you the lower price. I think
They
that's
will.
that's a value, and I'm down with that. And I watched the new movie, the animated movie. What was it called again?
Which was excellent. The Road Home.
Excellent. I texted you about that. Excellent. I was amazed at the quality because I'm not huge on animated series. I don't like. Yeah, I like live action better, but they really did this really well. Really well. The music, the writing.
I thought they did.
Yeah, obviously the voice acting was great from all the original cast that came back. Those of them that are still with us.
Right.
But nothing but great things to say about that. Really good. That was worth the $20.
I really wasn't happy with the voice work for Jakar.
Yeah.
It wasn't close enough for me. It took me out of the story a little bit when he
Or
was
Franklin.
in those scenes. Franklin was pretty good. Franklin
Yeah.
was pretty close.
Gentlemen,
The
I'm
Len
going
was
to get
good.
going. It's
Okay.
lunchtime here, and I'm starting to shake up. So, thanks for the games.
I'll see you next week, Tokyo.
I hope
See
so.
you next week.
Yes.
Good to see you,
Yeah,
Tokyo.
Omni, you got to
Yeah,
take a
guys.
championship for me so I can retire.
I'm working on it.
There are no retirements.
So
Oh.
he's
Yeah.
Ken Jennings, huh? That's it. I'm the other one.
So, anyway, so until next time.
See you later.
Take
See you
That's
later,
it.
Tokyo.
Take care, Tokyo.
See you later, Tokyo. Thanks for joining us.
Later, gents. Thank you so much.
So
But,
I'm saying that you're Matt Emodio. That you're Matt Emodio, Omnicast. He's the other
I'm
one.
not Emodio. I'm sorry. What'd you say? I'm
Yeah,
not.
Matt
Well,
Emodio.
no. Ken Jennings was the leader of Jeopardy, right? And then for a while, then some other guy came on. What was his name? I can't remember. What was his name again?
Matt Emodio.
Oh, thank you. Okay, you were
Matt
breaking up a little bit.
Emodio.
That's me.
Oh,
All right,
sorry.
that'll be who I am.
Yeah, that is you.
Good night, Brad Wolf.
No.
Night.
That's it. Good night, Brad Wolf.
Good night, Brad Wolf.
But I recommend that movie to anybody. I mean, it's just really well done. Are they going to make a series of this, that animated? Because it looks like they're ready to. I mean,
They want to make more. It depends on how well this sells, I guess, and it's doing fairly well.
they're set up for it. I think they're ready. They can do maybe a 6-episode run or something. I'm down for that. You know,
Yeah, I'd
maybe
like
a little bit more.
I'd like to see more.
Yeah, they set it up right. And that was like a Korean animation team or something. I'm watching all the last names on the end. They were all like Sun and Park and this and that. It wasn't Japanese, was it? They were.
I don't know who did that.
Yeah, I got to do some more homework on that. But the animation was top
It's
quality.
South Korean.
Is that where they were?
They were South Korean. Yeah, South Korean.
Because if you see all the last names, they're all like Sun, Park Lee.
Yeah.
They're all Kim, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
South
also
Korea.
thought the shadows looked a little funny, but you can attribute that to maybe being in an alternate universe.
I don't know. They were insect-like. You didn't see them move so nice in the original series, right? They didn't have the animation technology to make the insect move like that, right? Is that what you're thinking? The way they walked, you mean?
It looked like, well, it looked like they were
Spiders?
I don't know. Well, they were supposed to look like spiders in a way, but
yeah,
just how they marched. They were marching, and they always would. I don't know. They would pit other races against their enemies. They didn't really
go to war like that, right? They didn't line up.
Not in an army-like situation. Not in a land war. They always fought in space or from orbit.
But maybe if Joe Michael had the budget back then, he would have done something like that. But they couldn't do that back in the 90s. You know, they couldn't make that effect
That's probably
work.
true.
I mean, he wrote it, right? I thought the Shadow Vessel was amazing,
he did.
though. But the vessel was cool. That was creepy looking, right? That was like,
well, they always did have that creepy look to them.
Yeah,
I always liked the shadow vessels. Just
that
they
screech that would go. The thing flew by, right? Yeah,
and they'd kind of phase in from hyperspace. It's just great show.
No, great show.
They were much better. Yeah, they were much better looking than the spiders from the reboot of Lost in Space. You remember those spiders?
They kind of reminded me of Starship Troopers a little bit, like those aliens, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, yes.
And not in a bad way. I mean, it worked. I got it. Zahadum. They woke him up. Although that's a little strange because they were always prophesized to come back by the Minbari, right? Every 1,000 years they come back or so. So the humans didn't. Maybe they woke them up a little early, but they were going to wake up anyway, right? The shadows eventually.
Yeah, but it was only like 2 years later, 3 years later. So maybe they wouldn't have woken up by then on their own.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I thought it was really good. Box Lightning did a great job. He sounded great. Claudia Christian, all of them.
He's always good. But I like, he did the Orville book. He read the book on the audiobook. So if you want to hear it, he does the reading of it.
That's cool.
Londo wasn't in it very much, but his lines were just great. When
he sounded good too.
Yeah, he did.
Because that accent he has to put on, like he has to practice that accent. He doesn't slip into it that easily sometimes. He's talked about that, and yeah, he sounded great. He must have worked on it. Got it back.
I love his character.
But Box Littner, he was in Tron, right?
Yeah. Zahaboom. Yeah, that's it.
Zahaboom.
That was great. That was really good. It's definitely
Oh.
Straczynski's sense of humor. Yeah.
Hey Jeff, did they bring back the money as
Yes.
was
Yeah.
it
Lanier was in it.
Yeah, they brought him back. Okay.
Lanier was
cool.
in it. Yeah.
He was good. Although that was
Lanier,
interesting because
right.
that last trip from B5 to Minbar, that's where they lost Lanier, right? That's where he kind of went berserk.
No,
right?
it
When
was well.
right when they were transporting
it was
Sheridan
right
to
around
the,
then. Yeah.
That's when he kind of got a little bit jealous and tried to kill Sheridan for a minute,
Yeah.
half a second. Yeah.
Yeah. Not too many spoilers here, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
John,
Okay,
John
go on.
hasn't seen it. He wants to see it.
He won't.
I
remember
haven't
that.
seen it either, but I have seen Interstellar.
Oh, Interstellar.
Really?
Now that's a good movie.
You
Maybe
like
we
it?
should talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. Have you seen it, John?
That was
No.
yeah, that
No?
was Matthew McConaughey, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cooper Station was kind of like Babylon 5. I'm just saying. Kind of had
Yeah.
that same shape, right? Had that.
I don't think they
Suppose so.
showed it from the outside.
No, but I'm saying that inner cylindrical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The way
the
the-
inside.
The inside, yeah. Like there was the episode where Sheridan got blown. Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but he's flying. He's flying through the middle of the station somehow. Yeah, and you see the thing spinning underneath him, and yeah, kind of reminded me of that.
I'm not going to give away what happens
I think that,
near the middle of Interstellar.
I saw nothing at all. Nothing.
Well,
And it's the 10th anniversary next year.
I saw Interstellar and Martian.
I hope
Yeah.
it's in the theater. IMAX. I'd go
They
see it at
gotta redeem the
IMAX
quality.
again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too.
I can't find it in IMAX. Yeah, I would like to see it there. That would
Oh
be good.
God, I'd love to see it in IMAX again.
I didn't get to see Oppenheimer yet, and everyone keeps talking about it, but they're only showing it digital now locally. I can't find an IMAX anymore.
I got to be
Playing
honest
it.
with you. The digital presentation looked freaking great. Like it's not like where you need like outer space. Like you need to see it in IMAX. If you go to a good digital presentation, you will love it. I'm telling you, it's fine. And I'm saying that. In fact, I've heard sometimes where there's been stories where the IMAX presentation isn't great because they're using bulbs and films, and if they don't take care of it right, you're not going to get a good presentation. If you see it in a good digital theater, even if it's in one of the smaller auditoriums, you're going to have a good time because trust me, it was perfect when I went.
I'll definitely consider it because I do want to see it. I just feel like they shot it in 70 millimeter.
Check your local theaters tomorrow. Tomorrow is National Cinema Day.
Okay.
A lot of theaters are running specials.
They are re-releasing Oppenheimer more in IMAX. I just saw an ad on Facebook today.
Oh, good.
They are putting it out on IMAX again. Like I just saw new ads for it, so they got to be doing something with it.
I guess because the timing of the movies, right? Because new movies come out, they get IMAX, and the next new movie comes out. Like they have scheduled weeks, I guess, where they're in there.
Yeah, but I think let me check. Hold on.
All right.
Don't forget.
I kind of missed that, Mercer.
Yeah.
What's going to be on IMAX?
They're gonna. I saw an ad. They're gonna do an extended Oppenheimer like for IMAX because I saw an ad on Facebook.
Yeah, I was saying I didn't get a chance to see it in the IMAX, and all they're showing it is digital. So I wanted to at least because he shot a lot of it in 70 millimeter, and I really want to absorb all that in there. Because that's not every filmmaker's doing that.
No.
It's very expensive to do.
So Thomas, who is missing?
Yeah. No, like I said before about Oppenheimer, there's two performances that stand out to me. One, of course, being Robert Downey Jr. as, the Lloyd. What was his name again? The guy that.
Alden Ehrenreich.
Scarecrow.
Cillian
No,
Murphy.
Lewis. He was Lewis, and then not necessarily Cillian. I actually like Matt Damon as Graves. The guy that headed the project in the military. I thought Matt Damon did a great job. I'd probably take him first in an Oscar-nominated role, supporting before Robert Downey Jr. But those were the roles that stood out to me.
I just checked. You're right. They are doing a limited showing, like a matinee show. They're doing a 2:30 show tomorrow in IMAX near me. That's not bad. Yeah.
Comments. As Kosh would say, yes.
Understanding is a three-edged sword.
That's true.
I think Nolan's next film is going to be a comedy.
That's,
A comedy?
Yeah. I have
It's
no
usually-
evidence of that, but
We're
Usually
still
great-
here, Gorilla.
Kosh. Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna get
Kosh was
going
missing.
soon because I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired.
It's been a long stream.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you,
probably going
guys.
to start winding it down in a few minutes here.
Yeah, I had a good time though, even though
Absolutely.
I did badly.
No, listen, Jay's on fire, and it was the questions,
It was
that
good,
measurement stuff. Yeah, it's wasn't just a simple name
mean,
this
who would've
episode
thought
or name
you-
this character.
Yeah.
This was deep,
Who would
man.
have
It was
thought
good.
units of pressure would be a category? I mean,
I
yeah.
did-
John should write for Jeopardy.
It's the you, Mercer.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I would have done
I-
better
I
last
did
week, but
worse.
I wasn't here. I actually went to drive 2 hours to show somebody new the Orville. We were having a little Orville party.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
We need no longer fear
In
the
New
banana.
Jersey, right?
Yeah, I live in
Yeah, New
Pennsylvania, but I
Jersey,
drove
you
to
said,
New
yeah.
Jersey.
Wow. That must have been a long drive.
Been a long,
Been a long street. Yeah, I had to drive to South Jersey. Yeah.
Getting from
Dude, that song is the best.
Mr. President would be holding his ears right now, right? Saying, no, it doesn't exist. It's not canon. Don't sing it. Don't want to know about it.
It's a shame he
I
wasn't
don't,
here.
I don't understand how on the Columbia,
Time.
on the Columbia, they put these like light pillars, and every time the ship goes to warp, the light pillar starts fluctuating. That was stupid.
That was a little odd, right? I didn't get that. What was
Yeah,
it?
like
What
on the
energy
bridge.
was that transmitting? Right? Yeah,
Yeah,
was it
like-
antimatter or something flowing through those things? Yeah.
I would be on that bridge if they, and even like on First Contact, like who would want to be in the engine room if there was only plexiglass separating you from a flesh-eating
A coolant.
material?
Yeah. That's
Oh,
funny.
man.
That is funny. Oh, but I was making a joke in the comments in the first round because I wasn't in there. But the SS Columbia, that was the ship that crashed in Talos 4, right? In the cage,
Yes, it was.
right? But not the USS
Yeah.
Columbia, not the NX-02. It was nothing. It was some other
No.
kind of another Columbia, right? The
Right.
SS.
Another Columbia. Yeah.
Yeah, I did, just joking around. Spock was doing his presentation. SS Columbia.
Did you know the movie Soldier is in the same universe as Blade Runner?
Really?
I did not.
Yeah. If you look it
Soldier?
up,
Yeah, I
it's
didn't
in
know
the same
that.
universe.
Philip K.
Oh,
Dick
interesting.
Yeah,
universe.
they're in the
Yeah.
same universe.
I thought the last
Okay.
Total Recall was a really good. It felt like Blade Runner. I know it's the same author, right? That's his world too, but that felt very Blade Runner-ish. That
Yeah.
world, the one with Colin Farrell.
That was a weird movie.
But the world, yeah, the
No,
movie, the plot was, but the world was definitely Blade Runner world. Like if you felt it with the rain and the the industrialized,
It reminded me more of Attack of the Clones because of all the robots in it.
yeah.
No, not
I
Attack of the
think-
Clones. It reminded me of iRobot, which, by the way, I
iRobot.
love iRobot. That's like one of my secret little movies that I like a lot.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Hey, Omnicast.
And I think even
I'll
now,
tell you something about I'll tell you something about Total Recall, okay? Now, correct me if I'm wrong,
Mhm.
but I would take Schwarzenegger from Recall. I would take Kate Beckinsale from the reboot instead of Sharon Stone.
Okay.
I would put those two together. That
Well,
would be my total.
Arl's definitely getting a little old, but yeah, I guess they could do anything, right? It's possible. They could CG his face
could
again.
see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. Schwarzenegger and Beckinsale. I could definitely see that. 'Cause
I mean, the first one
told
was
you,
great.
Kate Beckinsale, yeah, the first one was awesome, but I can definitely see Beckinsale is a lot better than Sharon Stone.
you know, the point that
I mean,
he
I think
makes.
Beckinsale was more devious.
The point that he makes in iRobot is something I'm
Thomas.
still thinking about. Like, why do we design robots to look human, that would make me feel uncomfortable. That's why R2D2 doesn't look human, because he's just a tool. He's just a spaceship mechanic. But like, if we design robots, they're probably going to look, have a human shape to them. And does that affect the way we interact with them? Like, you ever go to like the food store and you see those new robots running around?
Yeah, they're creepy. I know.
They're really creepy, but imagine if they looked human.
Well,
that would
they
be
already
even
did.
creepier.
I mean, if you read the
Don't forget
Asimov
that-
books, I've read
Yeah.
the books before, and it was written, I guess, in a different time. I guess the 40s,
Right,
50s,
I love
60s.
the Asimov stuff. Yeah.
Right, and it's kind of they were more mechanical men.
Yeah.
They had oil in them, right? There was like hydraulics and oil and gears, and right, that's the way they were meant back then.
Until they
And-
had humaniform robots like Daniel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
No,
Daniel
it's
was
interesting.
like almost like exactly what a human they thought. In fact, Daniel and Data are almost the same character. You know?
Yeah. The
If you
android.
think about it. Daniel and Data are almost exactly the same character.
That's it.
And yeah. I heard that Danielle is a woman in the new Foundation show.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
Like the body he has, he doesn't call himself Danielle, but the character, I forget his name. The character that is Danielle, who has a different name, is female in the new Foundation show.
The previews look good. I've seen the commercials. I haven't watched it though yet.
Yeah, I like the first
we don't get
season
it.
that I saw. It was okay. But Dune was better.
Well, I know we can probably keep talking about this
Hey,
stuff all
Mercer.
night, but I think I'm going to have to start closing it down here. It's getting pretty late around here.
Yes, John.
It's early,
Oh,
John.
okay.
It's only
It's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
12:51. It's early.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing,
Yeah,
Brainy?
it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning for me here back east.
Brainy,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Are you looking
I'm
for
looking at
Matthew
my phone.
McConaughey?
No,
No?
no.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's working on his phone. He said.
Did you find the secret to gravity? Did you find dust in the, making a pattern in Morse code? Lights?
No. No gravity anomalies here.
No? Okay.
Hey, Mercer, quick question. Did I already ask you what that Bawi Grana?
Yeah, that's from
Oh,
Transformers.
really,
The
Bonnie?
movie. That's the universal
Oh,
greeting.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's the universal greeting from Transformers, the movie. So you can use that. You can talk to any species in the galaxy, and they should figure out that it's hello.
Really?
Uh,
Okay.
But we should have questions on Transformers in this game. Like there should be like like Transformers lore questions. That would be really good.
Well, be good for you.
Yeah.
Did John?
All right.
Did
On
John,
that note,
John already?
I'm out of here.
John, come back.
Thanks for
Question
joining us,
for,
Mercer.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Mercer.
Now, just real quickly, John. I was going to ask you: Have you already done questions about what movies or episodes of Trek have shown the Starfleet headquarters there in San Francisco?
I don't think I've done a category
already?
about that specifically, no.
Interesting. Well, that could be a good one.
It's always a possibility for the future.
Yeah. They use that same location in San Francisco, right? And I mean in LA, that
cool.
sewage
That's good.
treatment plant or something, wasn't it? A water
I
treatment
think I
plant?
did do a category about the Tillman plant one time.
That's what it was called, right? The Tillman plant? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
They
You
used it
did,
as-
yeah. It was not too long ago, wasn't it?
They used it in Justice. They used
Yeah,
it
I
in
remember
what,
exactly.
Menage a Troy.
Yeah.
They used it in a lot of episodes. In Voyager, too. And they used it as Starfleet headquarters in Voyager, I think, as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was a question on the
No,
question of Trek about that.
Oh, I
Was
hope. Yeah. Was there? Okay. I was going to
Well,
say,
that was-
I hope John and Jet, you guys do make 100 of these. 100 of these episodes.
Oh, we're on our way.
That's right.
Game show episodes. We should party when you reach 100.
We'll have to consider that.
He's bouncing a tachyon beam off of a quantum singularity. That's why the transmission is a little bit garbled. Okay, just saying.
Good reference.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
I'm glad you found him, Mercer.
Well, I'll say thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you back again next week.
Thanks, John. Thanks,
Thanks
Professor.
for joining us. No question of Trek tomorrow. We'll
Okay.
be back
All right, thanks, John.
following Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully.
Same time, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
And Professor, can you beam out? Can you snap your fingers like Q and just like beam yourself out? That would be the best way to end it, I think.
Yeah. Do your Time Lord no.
You just snap your fingers, boom, and he's gone. That's it.
Where's your TARDIS? Yeah, where's your TARDIS, you 950-year-old man?
I'm in my TARDIS.
Where's the TARDIS? Oh, you're in it. Oh, well, then, so, vroom, 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 and disappear. Like the TARDIS did. I was trying to do the sound.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.